It went live. You motherfucker. Oh, man, I gotta wait the 2 minutes. I don't even know if they got that 2 minutes anymore. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, man. I'm in here cleaning my spectacles. I was supposed to fire it up as soon as it come on, man. You're supposed to fire it up as soon as it come on, man. And yeah, I know I'm live now. I know I'm live. I tell you, boy, it's a double check. You hit go live and then go live. I hit go live. Then I took a pause, like pause for the call. I took a pause because I was cleaning my spectacles, and it went live on me. How long? 1 minute, man. 1 minute, man. 1 minute, man. Take me off. I don't want no 1 minute, man. Break me off. Show me what you got. I don't want no 1 minute, man. Break me off. Show me what you got. I don't want no 1 minute, man. What's up with you, man? What's up with you? MAGA Friday. Welcome to the live chat, man. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. It's so important, man. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. First in the chat, get shouted out. First in the chat, get shouted out without a doubt. Y'all know what we do here all day, every day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Trump news, giving Democrats the boo blues, giving Democrats the boo blues. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. And today on Friday, man, it's been a somber, MAGA been doing the independent media, conservative media, double tap it to like W chat yesterday. The last couple of days, man, the chat been so like pivotal in the success of the channel, intelligent commentary. We coined the phrase lazy intellectuals. It's a lot of lazy intellectualism going on around certain topics right now. And today, we had people being, what was the vote? Anybody want to recall what was the percentages yesterday on how many people thought the shooting was justified versus how many people thought the shooting wasn't justified? We got brand new news today, and I want to go to a deeper dive. I know you guys like the video. We're going to extrapolate. I actually have video from ICE. So a lot of you may have seen it already. A lot of people be at work. Y'all might be driving home from work right now. Double tap at the like button as you come in. But ICE released the video. Yesterday, Kristi Noem, Homeland Security Secretary, shout out to Kristi, she released a video. She did a press conference, and she basically broke down everything that me in the chat came to the conclusion of yesterday. But, the percentages was about 50-50. We asked everybody yesterday, do you think the ICE shootings were justified versus do you think that they weren't justified? And pretty much it came back a 50-50, right? It came back a 50-50. So a lot of people felt one way, a lot of people felt another way. The Republicans, we don't mind a difference of opinion. We don't mind a difference of opinion. Actually, I like that because we're not in the monarchy, right? We're supposed to have a vigorous debate, right? So some people did not agree with the shooting and some people did. Well, I think a lot of the confusion lied with the fact that a lot of times they say, wait to get all the information. So there was body cam footage. I don't know why we didn't even think about body cam footage. Like yesterday, as we talked about it, as we reviewed the video, body cam footage never really came up, and it should have, because they're required to wear body cams. As we discussed and we went through speculation of what really happened, I think I was the one with the most different angles. I was watching YouTube last night. A lot of people still only have one angle of the video. They're still working off of that TikTok video. Well, I presented 3 different angles. One of the angles I presented, it actually showed the ICE agent being actually hit. Not only hit, but pushed and moved by the vehicle. But then the video that I was excited about yesterday was the fact that no one was showing how it all transpired, right? Like what was actually happening, right? And then finally, Kristi Noem came out and said, well, this woman was driving around all day. And the video I'm going to show you today from body cam footage from ICE is going to illuminate what Kristi Noem said even more. So when Christy made that statement, she had body cam footage from her ICE agent. So when everybody's speculating about what Christy said, Christy was able to speak confidently about what happened because she had body cam footage from her ICE agent. We're going to take a look at that body cam footage today. The body cam footage reveals that this woman actually did hit the ICE agent. But that was the last thing that happened. You know what I've been hearing a lot today, and this is what I didn't hear the last couple of days. Why didn't she comply? I want to start a new poll today. Today's conversation is going to be about why didn't she comply, right? And I want to know from the chat, everybody watching, even if you come in for 45 seconds, I want you to let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that she would have lived if she would have complied. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she would have died if she didn't comply, right? Because I hear a lot of people, and it's amazing the people saying this. I'm talking about mayors, police officers. I heard one sheriff, I'm going to play the video, that said that she was trying to get away. And because she was trying to get away, that she shouldn't have been shot. And I was very surprised. Stoney said one, DB said one. I said, wait a minute, this is a police officer. Everybody knows you can't run from the police. You can't run from the police because the police, when they catch you, they're going to give it to you, right? Everybody knows you can't run from the police. And you cannot drive away from the police because why? When you are trying to high speed away from the police and the police is standing on the ground, the police is in danger. The police officer is in danger if a car is running and moving at a high rate of speed. Anyone could be hit, a pedestrian could be hit, but this is not new. We all know that. The question today is, like people are saying in the chat, should she have complied? Should she have listened? Because the video on TikTok doesn't show when the ICE agents pull up in the gray truck. ICE agents pull up in the gray truck and they get out the truck and they go up to the Nissan and they say, hey, get out the car, stop the car, you're under arrest. Right then, anything she does after that moment, she's escalating the situation and she's putting her life in danger. And there's a reason why most people are thank you. It's a reason why most people are not starting at the beginning of the video, right? Because if you start at the beginning of the video, then you have to deal with this compliance issue, right? And I believe this is what's being left out. I know it's an emotional issue. I know it's an emotional issue, everybody. This is a woman and a mother. She lost her life. And you know what's so funny about America right now? People think that the ICE agent is happy. I promise you that the ICE agent is not happy. The ICE agent is sad. No one wanted this to happen. Nobody on this channel, nobody who voted for Trump wanted this to happen. I need the Democrats to understand that. Nobody wanted this to happen, and that's why we're having a conversation today about compliance and why didn't she comply with the first orders from the first ICE agent. It's hot as hell in this room. It's hot as hell in this room. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm melting. Yeah, man. So why didn't she comply with the first 2 ICE agents? A lot of people don't see. There's several ICE agents, but there's 3 ICE agents that are involved with this initial situation, right? 2 ICE. Now, the ICE. I hope everybody understands. You've had a couple days to look at the video. We're gonna bring up the video again. But the ICE agent who actually did the shooting, if everybody is aware, the ICE agent who actually did the shooting was already on the scene. The ICE agent who actually did the shooting was already on the scene, and he was. I'm going to play a video where we come to find out that she was married to a man. That man passed away, and she married a woman. It looks like we all thought that she was by herself. In the body cam footage that we're going to look at today, she's not by herself. So her passenger was outside of the car, actually like antagonizing, cussing, attacking the actual federal agent. I mean, these federal agents were extremely patient with these individuals. They had been following them all day, and they had cut them off and got out of the car and started attacking physically federal officers. So not only impeding what they were doing, but got out of the car and start hurling profanity, obscenities, and physically going after the federal agent. The federal agent who finally pulled the trigger was one of the ones that they were attacking. So that's what happens before you see any of the TikTok videos, right? They're attacking this man. But then after that, another truck pulls up. Another truck pulls up, and that truck is the white Nissan Titan. The white Nissan Titan gets out of the truck, right? Walks up to the car and says, "Cut the car off, get out of the car." So today, if she would have complied, the question today is if she would have complied with the first request from the officers, would she be alive right now? That's the question. If she would have complied, would she be alive right now? And I'll put a 1 in the chat right now. Put a 1, and we're gonna go to Portland too, because we had a shooting in Portland, and the same thing is happening. I want to know what's happening in the streets of America. This is getting out of hand. What's happening in the streets of America? We got Border Patrol in Portland, and 2 people shot, gang members shot in Portland, right? And so I need to know what's going on right now in America. I need you guys to really tap in today. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she would have lived if she would have complied. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she would have lived if she would have complied. Put a 2 in the chat if you think even though she complied, she still would have lost her life, right? Do you think if she would have complied that this would have happened? Minneapolis, a person intentionally tries to block Border Patrol agents with silver Jetta. See how BP warned the person to move. Citizen was screaming F you and kill yourself. This is what more people are going to get hurt. More people are going to get hurt. Let's take a look at what's going on in the streets of America. Let's take a double tap at the like button. As everybody come in, we're going to review some videos today. We're going to look at the video. We're going to show the body cam footage. Let's take a look. What's going on in America today? Because I think people don't understand how they're putting themselves in danger, right? And I'm going to play a video from one police officer. Dismiss. I'm going to play a video from one police officer who's explaining to people how this can get you hurt and why this can get you hurt. Everybody take a look. Move your car. Don't block the road. Move your car, don't block the road. You see how that went? It's very easy. Comply. Move your car, don't block the road. Move your car, and she moved the car. She didn't get shot.
Stay in your car, stay back. I live here. Okay, don't block the street. I'm not. Move your car. Don't block the road.
Very simple. Move your car, don't block the road. Move your car, don't block the road. It was not smart to get out of the car. I don't know why they got out of the car. That was not smart to get out of the car. I wouldn't have got out of the car. I would not advise you to get out of the car. That was not smart. Move the vehicle, get out of the car. That's what he told, and comply. Would she be alive? 1 in the chat. Would she be alive? The 3. Tell me what the 3 mean. So right now, this is in Minneapolis. ICE is still in Minneapolis. Today, we're asking the question. We got body cam footage from ICE. And we're asking the question, would this lady be alive if she would have complied with the officers, right? That's the question that we're having today. And most people are saying 1 in the chat. This never came up yesterday. No, this issue of compliance never came up. No one ever was honest about the compliance issue, right? No one was honest about the compliance issue that we had discussed yesterday. Well, it actually didn't come up, but I wanna go. I'm not gonna go to body cam just yet. I wanna go to they be scrubbing the videos, y'all. I wanna go give us some context before we get to the body cam footage. It's so much going on. AOC out here. I think the Democrats want there to be some type of the Democrats see blood in the street. And the Democrats think they can benefit from this, and instead of trying to fix the problem. And I think
that is a fundamental difference between Vice President Vance and I. I do not believe that the American people should be assassinated in the street. Thank you. I understand that Vice President Vance believes that shooting a young mother of 3 in the face 3 times is an acceptable America that he wants to live in, and I do not. And that is a fundamental difference between Vice President Vance and I. I do not believe that the American people should be assassinated in the street. Thank you. Vice President, I understand that Vice President
this is assassination. See, this is the rhetoric. This is why a lot of people come in my channels. Shout out to MAGA, double tap MAGA. Let's get it going in the chat right now. Thumbs up right now. AOC and the squad is done. 2026, there is no blue way. I'm so happy she's out here being honest. Do you hear what she's saying? Was this an assassination? Put a 1 in the chat if you think this was an assassination. AOC is ginning up the public. This is why there's violence in the street right now. This is why there's violence. She's coming out saying this woman was assassinated. No context. No context. Wait till I play the body cam footage. Nobody was assassinated. And I keep asking, why do they want to defend criminals? Why do they want to defend people who break the law, fraud the system, steal billions, and attack federal officers, and then exacerbate issues. Assassination. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Charlie Kirk, there was a guy on the roof with a 30-06, and his children lost their father. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. This was a woman who could have been at home with her children, who should have been at work, and instead she chose to impede. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's keep going, you guys. This stuff is incredible. This stuff is incredible. Do you guys believe this? Do you guys believe this? AOC is out here. I think they want more violence because I think this is going to work for them. Remember what we said yesterday? The continuing resolution expires. The continuing resolution expires at the end of the month. So maybe they're trying to run an election. I don't think they care about the actual people. Maybe they're just trying to run an election. I don't think they care about the actual people, which is unfortunate, right? Which is very unfortunate. I want to, before we go to the body cam footage, I want to go over the entire footage again. And right now, video contradict. So let's take a look. It's moving slow today. Share this tab instead.
37-year-old Renee Nicole Good. Trump administration.
So take a look, everybody.
On Wednesday in Minneapolis.
So right here, this is a part of the video that a lot of people haven't seen and they don't like the show. Let me bring it up. I didn't know you guys couldn't see it. I wish I could hear you guys sometime, but I didn't know you guys couldn't see it. But here's a video right here. We need more ice, baby. Too cold. It's like ice, baby. Just go back home. Yeah, she hit him. I'm going to play the body cam footage. Yeah, she hit him. I'm going to play the body cam footage. Put a 1 in the chat. If she would have complied right here, do you think she would be alive? Put a 1 in the chat. If she would have complied from the beginning, do you think she would be alive? Before we show the body cam footage, I want to give a foundation, because there's been many different videos, a lot of different angles.
On Wednesday in Minneapolis.
Do you see that? Does everybody see right then? If you're asking me, if it's my husband, if it's my son, as soon as she drives away, as he starts to open the door after giving her an order to get out of the car and cut the car off, at that moment, she has escalated the situation to physical violence, because now you put those officers in danger. As soon as she put the car in reverse, let's look at it again. As soon as she put the car in, number one, she didn't comply. Today's question is, if she would have complied, would she be alive? Number one, she did not comply, right? Number one, she did not comply. So we need to find out if she would, this issue right here, if she would have complied, would she be alive? Now, when I say that, take a look. The officers walk up. As they're walking up, they're telling her, cut the car off, get out of the car.
On Wednesday.
Cut the car off, get out of the car. Cut the car off. Look at him. He's even making signals with his hands. Just in case he can't hear, just in case he doesn't speak English, one officer is making signals with his hands. Ma'am, please cut the car off, get out of the car. When she doesn't listen, the officer who approaches the car first attempts to open the car door. Anybody ever tried to get in the car? You know, when you're a young kid, you know, summertime with your cousins on family vacation, you running in and out the house, you running in and out the car, and maybe have you ever tried to get in the car and your cousin was pulling off and then you fall, not on purpose, just by accident, just being young and dumb, being 20 years old with your first car, picking up all your friends, get in the car, everybody jumps in, but one person gets in late and then you drive off, but you don't look back and someone gets hurt. Someone gets hurt. When you are on the handle of the car door and you start to drive, you are disregarding. Does everybody agree? When she started to drive, when the officer had his hands on the car door, she was disregarding the life of the officer. Besides, now keep in mind, besides not complying with a lawful order from a peace officer.
In Minneapolis,
Get out the car. She's in reverse. Now, yesterday, I wanted everybody to see the fact, the brake lights, the white brake lights. He's at the car. It's ice on the ground. It's slippery, and she slams it in reverse. He could slide underneath the car. She could run him over and kill him. If you're a police officer, you don't wait to get hurt. When you're a police officer, you have to be proactive. So what ends up happening is a third officer comes around to protect him because now he is attached to this car and this car is moving. There's a police officer sliding on the ice. Everybody listening. There's a police officer sliding on the ice. He is attached to a moving vehicle and the person driving is disagreeable and not listening and not complying with orders. This is a dangerous situation. Not only for the officer, not only for the driver, but everybody in this vicinity. Right now, it just got escalated. So the third officer is going to come around to stop this from escalating any further. Let's take a look. Let's walk up to the car.
On Wednesday in Minneapolis.
Get out the car, open the door, and she puts it in reverse. Right there, she's under arrest. Right there, she's broken the law. She's under arrest. As soon as you see those white brake lights, she's under arrest.
Federal agent fatally shot.
Going back, look, now, this is the most important part, is when you see those white brake lights disappear. When you see those white reverse lights and those red brake lights disappear and you see the car jerk. How many people know about a transmission? How many people know about slapping it and drive and the transmission jerks that big SUV? Let's watch it again. The white reverse lights and the brake lights go off and the car jerks because she slaps it in drive. That is like cocking a pistol. Who agrees with Lee? When she slaps it in drive, that is like cocking a pistol. Do you understand? She was not in drive. For everybody saying he wasn't in danger, she turned the wheels. No, he wasn't in danger until she put it in drive. Does everybody understand? If she's reversing, then you have an argument. Hey, she couldn't hit you. She's going backwards. You had no way to fear. She's going backwards, right? But instead, she slaps it in drive. And you can see the transmission jerk the SUV. You can see the transmission jerk the SUV. You can see the smoke from the tires. At that point, she just pointed a loaded weapon. At that point, she just pointed a loaded weapon at a police officer. Here we go.
In Minneapolis, a federal agent fatally shot.
Slapped in drive. Did you see it? Slapped in drive. A car jerks forward. So he pulls out his gun because he knows this woman is going to hit me. Now, at first, I got in front of the car because the car's in reverse. We're going to apprehend her. I did not ever think and believe that she would put the car in drive and drive forward, but she did.
Minneapolis, a federal agent fatally shot a motorist.
You see it? He was hit. He was hit, and he only pulled the gun and fired when she pulled her gun, right? He only pulled his gun. Y'all haven't seen the body cam. I'm glad y'all here. Y'all haven't seen the body cam. I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad y'all here. Y'all right at the right place at the right time. Double tap at the
37-year-old Renee Nicole Good. Trump administration officials said these were, quote, defensive shots fired because the officer was being run over.
And a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
But our analysis of bystander footage filmed from different angles.
Did you see that? That's one of the parts that people, and if you notice, the liberals never show the video all the way through. They break it up so you get confused at what really happened and what she was doing. And then the liberals come in and say, oh, she turned her tires. Oh, she was trying to get away. Is it legal? Is it permitted for her to get away? Even when it's like the liberals, they shoot themselves in the foot even when they say it. The vehicle is a weapon. And when you say she turned her wheels and she was trying to get away, can anybody put get away in parentheses in the chat? Get away. What do you mean, Democrat, when you say get away? What do you mean, Democrat, when you say get away? You mean that she illegally flees officers, and when she's illegally fleeing officers, what type of law, what permissions do they have when she starts to illegally flee the officers, right? Thank you, Mike. When she starts to they say get away like it's legal to leave once you've been apprehended.
Woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
But our analysis of bystander footage filmed from different angles appears to show the agent was not in the path of the victim's SUV when he fired 3 shots at close range.
Remember that. Remember what they just said.
Here's how events unfolded. Moments before the shooting, the victim's maroon SUV is stopped in the middle of the street. Multiple unmarked federal vehicles are idling nearby. Secretary Noem alleged the motorist, quote, was blocking the officers in.
Right now, let's break it down step by step. Do you agree that she was blocking the officers? Huh? Do you believe she was blocking the officers? Do you believe she was blocking the officers right now? Huh? I believe, and they have footage and they have checked their emails.
Bystanders are blowing whistles and yelling at federal agents,
which is illegal. Remember, I told you the whistles are also illegal. What are the whistles doing? The whistles are to alert people who are here illegally to run and hide. You cannot do that. That is illegal. You cannot blow a whistle and say, hey, the police are coming. That is illegal. Does everybody get that? They're doing so much illegality, they don't even know what's illegal anymore. See, he's talking about they're blowing whistles, and you can't throw profanity at a federal officer. You can't cuss out MPs, stop a federal officer, and you can't blow a whistle to warn a criminal, to protect the criminal, because then now you're an accomplice. If you blow that whistle, I have to arrest you. I might not want to, but I have to arrest you because now you're an accomplice. You're an accomplice. You're an accomplice. If you blow that whistle, you are aiding and abetting. Why am I the only one with some intelligence in here? If you blow that whistle, you are aiding and abetting a criminal who I am here to legally apprehend. I have a warrant. There's a deportation order for this individual. If you blow that whistle, you are aiding and abetting a criminal to get away. I don't understand why y'all don't know that, but let's keep going.
Then, federal vehicles start moving toward the maroon SUV, with sirens and lights blaring.
Because she's in the middle of the street. Because she's in the middle of the street.
Federal agent films the scene on his phone. The driver rolls forward slightly, turning left.
The driver was not turning left. They act like because she's dead now that they could just assume what she was doing. I keep hearing this. The liberal, and this is a major outlet. This is the Times. We're watching this video from the Times, New York. How does he know she's turning left? In the chat, was she turning left? What? How does he know she is turning left? Let's keep listening. The propaganda is crazy.
On his phone. The driver
You see that lady following the federal agent? You cannot do that. I mean, literally, I have been told by police officers, how many people grew up in the hood? You cannot trail behind a police car. You can't walk behind a police officer. They may feel threatened, turn around and shoot you. Let me show you that again. I promise you, if you're watching this, don't do
with sirens and lights blaring. A federal agent films the scene on his phone.
Get the fuck out of my neighborhood. You see her following him. Get the fuck out of my neighborhood. He could feel threatened. He could feel threatened. You can't do that to an officer while he's at work. Nobody wants that to be done to them. If I'm at work at McDonald's, you better not follow me when I'm making the fries. Come on now.
Then, federal vehicles start moving toward the maroon SUV, with sirens and lights blaring. A federal agent films the scene on his phone. The driver rolls forward slightly, turning left, then stops and waves for others to go ahead. 2 agents exit this silver pickup and walk toward the vehicle.
Get out of the fucking car right there. Right there, she's been given a lawful order. It doesn't matter if she was turning left. It doesn't matter to those police officers why she was in the middle of the street. Does everybody understand that? The way they're describing this white woman's rights is different than any other American. That white woman, because she is a white woman, does not get to be parked in the middle of the street parallel. And when you are giving a lawful order by an officer, irregardless if you're turning left, if you're trying to get away, you now have to stop and listen to that police officer. That's all. That's all.
Moments later, shots are fired.
Don't you love how he's telling the story? He says moments later, shots are fired. He doesn't say anything that I've brought out to you, right? He doesn't talk about the reverse lights while the officer is holding the car. He doesn't talk about her putting it in drive and then with the officer in front. He doesn't mention any of that. Let's listen to this guy recount this situation again.
Then, federal vehicles start moving toward the maroon SUV, with sirens and lights blaring. A federal agent films the scene on his phone. The driver rolls forward slightly, turning left, then stops and waves for others to go ahead. 2 agents exit this silver pickup and walk toward the vehicle.
They give her an order. Remember, the narrator does not say she is giving a lawful order by police to get out of the car and cut the car off, and she ignores, like I said today, she does not comply with the lawful order. He's leaving that out, ladies and gentlemen.
Moments later, shots are fired.
She reverses the vehicle and then goes forward while there's an ICE agent in front of her car. She didn't have to put it in drive. All right. Let's
look at the scene again more closely. This is the agent who shoots the driver. He walks around the car filming and disappears from view. Other agents pull up and order the driver to exit her vehicle. One of them grabs at the door handle and reaches inside.
As she's reversing, putting him in danger.
Reverses, then turns right, apparently attempting to leave.
Attempting to leave or get away. Remember, you guys put get away in the chat, which is illegal at this point. She's under arrest. She's been given a legal order to stop, cut the car off, and she doesn't listen. And she doesn't everything she did is the reason why she's not here anymore. God rest her soul.
At the same time, the agent filming crosses toward the left of the vehicle and grabs his gun. He opens fire on the motorist and continues shooting as she drives past. The moment the agent fires, he is standing here, to the left of the SUV.
He is moved out of the way by the car. This is one angle. Show the other angle. He's actually moved there. He didn't jump there. He was pushed there by the vehicle.
And the wheels are pointing to the right, away from the agent.
Now, I have a question for everybody in the chat. Wasn't the agent in front of the car? Everybody on the left who's recounting this is saying like he's magic or he magically moved and he magically got to the left. How did he end up from being straight directly in front of the truck to now turn sideways? Can anybody answer me that? Did he magically jump and move sideways? What made him go sideways? He's standing straight in front of the truck. He's standing straight in front of the truck. And then, look, you see, he's standing straight in
The
front of the truck.
SUV reverses, then turns right. Apparently,
Right here, he's standing straight in front of the truck. My question to everybody watching the video with us is how is he moved on side of the truck? Does he jump? Because we would see him physically move. We would see him step to the side. It's called a side step. It's called, no, he was directly in front of the truck. They've admitted that. They've admitted he was directly in front of the truck. My question is, how does he get on side of the truck? Let's watch.
attempting to leave.
Bam! He's pushed, he's hit and pushed out of the way by the vehicle.
At the same time, the agent filming crosses toward the left of the vehicle.
Reverse. She's in reverse. She never should have put the car in drive. Can anybody see that? When he stands in front, she's going in reverse. She never had to put the car in drive.
And grabs his gun. He opens fire on the motorist and continues shooting as she
Did you guys see him get pushed out the way? Did you see him get pushed out the way?
past. The moment the agent fires, he is standing here, to the left of the SUV, and the wheels are pointing to the right, away from the agent.
Where's the front?
This appears to conflict with allegations that the SUV was ramming or about to ram the officer. President Trump and others said the federal agent was hit by the SUV, often pointing to another video filmed from a different angle. And it's true that at this moment in this grainy low-resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck.
Do you see that? Do you see that? He admits it does look like the agent is being struck. Well, guess what today, you guys? Guess what today, you guys? We're going to shut them all up because we got the video from the ICE officer. He gave it to Christy Noam to shut them all up.
Struck by the SUV. But when we synchronize it with the first clip, we can see the agent is not being run over. In fact, his feet are positioned
Right here, you can't see shit. How many people with me in the chat? You can't see shit. You do not see the nose of the vehicle. You do not see the nose of the vehicle that's actually hitting him. Social media insurance, bro, what's up with your baby? Alonzo Hall in the building. Let me highlight you, brother. Highlight your brother. Highlight your brother. He got a wrench, man. I ain't got too many moderators in the building, but my moderators is my family, man. My moderators is my family. Shout out to your family. Thank you for coming through and supporting your brother, man. You know, they kicked me off of TikTok, so that's how we Rick Rock. I've been over here on YouTube doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about this ICE shooting, and today, brother, we got the body cam footage. So right now, we're reviewing the footage that we've had so far, and everybody had opinions based on what they've seen. Today we got the body cam footage, but we ain't going straight. You know, we gotta do some foreplay. 12 play. We gotta do some foreplay, some 12 play before we load up the body cam footage. You know what I'm saying? So we laying a foundation. We laying a foundation for today's discussion. One of the major questions that we're asking today is, if she would have complied, would this even happen? I was almost kicked off too. They don't like truth tellers and bold speakers. Yeah, you can't be on TikTok if you voted for Trump, man. You can't be on there if you voted for Trump, because it's like anything you say that's honest that they don't like, they'll flag, and then, like, I don't know what's going on. We need to email Donald Trump about what's going on that app, because it's going to become violent. I think something bad is going to happen there too. We knew something bad was going to happen with the way the Democrats talk about ICE. When Democrats are saying don't listen to ICE, push back. When Gavin Newsom is on the couch, remember we did the show when Gavin Newsom was on the couch? Gavin Newsom on the couch talking about do pushback on ICE and all this stuff. And now what you see, you have a bunch of white women driving around all of these sanctuary cities pushing back. And now somebody's dead, and you got 2 people shot in Portland. Oh yeah, Alonzo, we got 2 people shot in Portland. So we had a woman killed in Minneapolis, Minnesota, blocking ICE agents. And then we have 2 people shot in Portland by Border Patrol. It's being reported that ICE did the shooting in Portland. It wasn't ICE. But it fits the narrative, right? The Democrats want to say it was Deborah Card. I love you, Deborah. Let me highlight you. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah be supporting the channel with cash apps. Deborah will send me. Deborah's like an angel investor. I love you, Deborah. Deborah be sending me cash apps when I'm not even live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means so much, me and my babies. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. 2026, Trump is in the mix. Right now, Deborah, we're going over the footage and we're going to go to the body cam. Brand new release today.
Away from the SUV. The SUV crashes into a white car parked down the road. A bystander runs toward the collision. The federal agents on scene do not appear to rush to provide emergency medical care. Eventually, the agent who shot the motorist approaches the vehicle. Seconds later, he turns back around and tells his colleagues to call 911.
Shame! You shot someone! You shot someone!
Agents block several bystanders who attempt to provide medical care, including one who identifies himself as a physician.
Can I go check a pulse? No! Back up!
Back up! All of you are dangerous. All of you are protesters. Back up! Back up! Back up! Listen, this never would have happened.
Now! I'm a physician! I don't care.
At the same time, several agents, including the agent who opened fire, get in their vehicles and drive off, apparently altering the active crime scene.
All right, you guys. Y'all ready for the body cam footage? Y'all ready for the body cam footage? Double tap at the like button, everybody. Double tap at the like button. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, mega Friday. It's another mega week. How's everybody doing, man? We talking about shootings in Portland from Border Patrol, and we're talking about the shooting that took place in Minneapolis, and we're talking about brand new body cam footage exonerating ICE. Brand new body cam footage exonerating ICE. Let's go to it right now. Double tap at the like button. You are watching the Perfect Timing Podcast. In and out with a dash. 2026 won't last. Let's get this done real fast. I am your host, Perfect Timing of the Perfect Timing Podcast. You are watching me. Lit the like, share, and subscribe. Share it with a like-minded person right now. Double tap at the like button, everybody watching right now. And when you subscribe, you're going to get a plus sign. Hit that plus sign. It's going to give you the ability to join the channel, and you can get information first. ICE footage shows agent struck by SUV before a fatal shooting in Minneapolis. Hey, who's reporting the news right now? Breaking news. Body cam footage shows that the agent was actually struck by SUV before a fatal shooting. On January 7th, during a large ICE operation in Minneapolis targeting immigration violators, the ones who stole $9 billion from food, autistic children, and daycare centers. 37-year-old citizen Renee Good drove her SUV forward, striking agent Jonathan Ross, who then shot her dead. DHS calls it self-defense after Good blocked the streets and ignored orders, while witnesses say she slowly was maneuvering away amid traffic commands from agents. We just watched it 3 times. That's not what happened. They told her to get the fuck out the car. The release of the agent's point of view footage has fueled clashes between federal officers and defending the action. Minnesota leaders like Mayor Fry and Governor Walz demanding accountability in protests in multiple cities. So, just like that, he's innocent. Let's take a look at the body cam footage from the agent who was actually recording and actually did the shooting. Double tap at the like button, everybody. Double tap at the like button. Double tap at the like button. Who out there using the I word? Who out there using the I word? Y'all show some respect in the chat. Don't make me drop down in the chat, homie. Don't make me drop down in the chat, homie. Call them out. Who out there being disrespectful in the chat right now? Huh? Who out there? Hold on. Let's clean it up real quick. Let's clean it up. Who being disrespectful in the chat right now? We can clean it up right now. Huh? We can clean it up right now. Who out there being disrespectful in the chat? This is the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. That's all I need you to do. No ad homs, no attacks. You know what I'm saying? So many. So many, right? So many. Yeah, that's a fair analysis. That's a fair analysis. So let's look at the body cam footage. Let's look at the body cam footage, man. I'm telling y'all, man, be respectful in the chat. Be respectful in the chat. Show some respect in the chat. Be respectful. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Body cam footage. Let's go. Double tap at the like button, everybody. Body cam footage.
That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh! So again, let's break it down. So we watched it all the way through. Now we're going to watch it again and break it down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to watch it again and we're going to break it down. We're going to watch it all the way through and we're going to break it down. Let's go. See, do you see? Does she look like a sane person? That's one thing I noticed in the chat right now. When I watched this video and I saw her, she does not look like, she looked like, I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor. I can't make a diagnosis, but y'all tell me in the chat, what do you think?
That's fine, dude.
Like, what's going on? What's going on? Really? What is going on? ICE agents are in your city. ICE agents are in your city. Federal ICE agents. Does anybody know about the rule of supremacy? Does anybody know about the rule of supremacy? Because I'm gonna play a video. Does anybody know about the rule of supremacy? Because I'm gonna play a video from there's been a lot of talk and a lot of people trying to tell people who to listen to and what not to listen to, and people may think that they have authorities that they actually don't have. The local government has to listen to the federal government, right? There is something in the articles in the Constitution, and this is America. We have a Bill of Rights and a Constitution. It's called the Law of Supremacy. That means, and if everybody watched Law and Order SVU, that the federal law is supreme. Now, when you have sanctuary cities, now I've talked about sanctuary cities before, and sanctuary cities not being constitutional, not based in law. So what truly are sanctuary cities where all this violence is happening? Sanctuary cities are saying that they will not abide by federal law. And there was a Supreme Court case in 1997 that says that the feds can't make the state follow the federal law, but state law can never supersede federal law. Are we clear on that? So if the feds tell California to not give illegals licenses and California continues to do so, then the feds will withhold $41 million. But what the state cannot do is try to exact some type of penalties on the federal government, because the federal government is always supreme. Do you guys understand?
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran.
You hear what she, U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. She's cussing at him, and now she's going to pursue him. Everybody at home on the left might say, oh, she's just walking. She's walking in the middle of the street while cars are driving. That's illegal. And she's following a federal agent with a camera. Everything they're doing is illegal. They should have been arrested. Oh, my God. Let's keep looking at this video.
You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I think.
You want to come at us? You want to come at us? Again, threatening a federal officer.
No, it'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later.
So this is her passenger. So we all were told that she was alone. She wasn't by herself. She wasn't by herself. This is the passenger in the car. So watch, you see her try to get back in the car. So remember, yesterday Tammy told us she was married to a man. That man died. She married a woman. This must be her partner. So her and the woman are driving around. No one even knows where the kids are. The kids then lost their mother. So she's driving around with her lesbian partner, agitating federal officers. Look at the video. So this is her partner outside of the car.
That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
Did you guys hear that? Get out of the car. She's like, they're like high on something. It's weird the way they're acting. You know how people get high off adrenaline? She's like out of breath. I say you should go get some lunch, big boy. She's like out of breath. They're like high on a look at this. Can everybody at home see this? Does everybody at home see this? This is not a Somalian. This is not a Mexican. This is not someone from Yemen or China who came across the Biden-Kamala Harris border in 2022. This is a white liberal woman, a white woman in the street, yelling at a white federal officer, threatening him. Now watch her say what she's like exhausted, out of breath. And now when the other two officers who you won't see come up to her wife and say, get out of the car, she attempts to get back in the vehicle, which is again dangerous. They don't know if there's a gun in the car. Where are the logical thinking people? Where are they don't know if there's a gun in the car. They don't know if there's a gun in the car. You're in the middle of the street. You're chasing me. You're cussing me. You're threatening me. And you attempt to get back in the vehicle. You attempt to get back in the vehicle in front of a police officer. You can't get back in the car. I don't know what's in the car. 1,000% of my training is to make sure I go home at night. 1,000% of my training is to make sure I don't get injured. If my superior sees me allow you to get back in that car and you get a gun out the glove box and shoot someone, I will be fired and maybe prosecuted. Officer, you let her get back in the car? Did you check the car? Did you know if the car had a gun in it? Why would you let someone get back in the vehicle? They could have used the vehicle to run you over. There could be a gun in the car. Let's watch it again. Because this is just a situation that just came from hell. Let's watch it again. Let's look at her be exhausted.
Go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
She tries to open the door as they're saying, get out of the car. Keep watching.
Get out of the car.
Now, this is the guy who actually does the shot. He's filming. The perspective you're seeing is him filming. She's trying to get in. She's asking her to stop. Now, did you guys know not only the police officers were asking her to stop, but her wife or husband, whatever you want to call it, was also asking her to stop. Let me in the car. Stop the car. Let me in the car. Stop the car. Huh? Let me in the car. Stop the car. Oh. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, case closed. Double tap hit the like button. #1 podcast on YouTube. Perfect Timing Podcast, back with the blast. Let's go. Let's go. No one else got the body cam footage. Let's go. Right here, he is hit by the car. Let's go. Right here, she's trying to get in the car.
Get out of the car.
Oh, bam. Bam. No denying anymore. No denying anymore. He is hit by the truck. And she is smiling. I promise you, they should do a toxicology. They should do a toxicology. How many people see the grin? Look at the grin when she's reversing. The entire time she knows what she's doing. Look at this grin. Look at the grin. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. The other day I was watching, who was I watching? I was watching Aunt T, and I seen Aunt T do some zoom and stuff. I was like, oh, wow, you could do that? He zoomed the video. He slowed it down. But not right here, okay? I don't see those ellipses. Let me see right here. Let me download video quality. Oh, I got playback speed. I got playback speed. So let's do playback speed. Playback speed. Let's go here. All right. Everybody see the smile? Everybody see the smile? Let's go.
Get out of the
Slow
fucking
motion.
car.
Slow motion. Look
Get
at this
out
smile.
of the car.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She thinks this is fun. Do you guys see the face? You see the smile? Huh? You see the face? Let's do it again. Let's bring it to the slowest possible. Let's bring it to the slowest possible. There we go. We're gonna slow it down as much as we can slow it down. We're gonna slow it down as much as we can slow it down.
You wanna come out?
We're in slow motion body cam footage, everybody. Slow motion body. This is her significant other. This is her significant other. Look at now it's in slow motion. She's egging him on. Come on. Come on. Who thinks you can do that to a police officer? Who thinks you can do that to now it looks different in slow motion, right? Now it looks different in slow motion, right? She's egging him on. Now she's trying to get back in the car. But wait, at this time, look at the smile. She's already put the car in reverse after they told her, look, you see her? You see the way she turned the wheel? If you were an officer, be honest, and you saw that look in her face, that smile, her put it in reverse, slap it in drive, and jerk the wheel like that and go, how would you feel? Would you feel you need to defend yourself? Would you feel you need to defend yourself? Let me play something. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this. I'm gonna give you some share this instead. Share this instead. Share this instead. I want to play this. Listen to this. Chief of police.
They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in,
Chief of police.
federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed.
Say it again.
And that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions.
Did you hear that?
Do not box in any law enforcement officer.
We're gonna bring that back.
Agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed.
Say it again.
And that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer.
Say it again.
You are breaking the law when you do that. And you are putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around.
Huh?
The question is why?
Huh?
What do you plan on doing?
Huh? Huh?
It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them.
Come on now.
If you ram any vehicle,
I just want to do my podcast. I just want to do my podcast. I would like to pause the video. Thank you. That's all I want to do is pause the video and come back to the audience. I just want to pause the video. The banner is not blocked. Thank you. I just want to pause the video and come back to the audience. Did you hear? This is a chief of police in Chicago for 27 years saying some of the most obvious, like, let's give him a new name, everybody. Let's give him a new name. This is Chicago Police Captain Obvious. Huh? This is Chicago Police Captain Obvious, reiterating everything that we've said today about why what happened.
Any law enforcement officer, federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They're agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation.
Correct.
And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer.
Do not box
You're
in.
breaking the law when you do that.
You are breaking the law when you do
are
that.
putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing? It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them.
Thank you. Logical.
If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county, and you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force. Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death.
Come on. Come on.
When you plow into a vehicle that contains law enforcement agents, you're using deadly force.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? This is like elementary, dear Watson. Elementary, dear Watson. Let's go back to now that you heard that, let's go back to the body cam footage. Because a lot of people new in the chat. There's a lot of new people in the chat. Let them know, everybody in the chat, where they at. Y'all at the perfect time in podcast. We're breaking news this morning on exonerating the ICE agent. We have body cam footage that was submitted to Christy Norm, and she released it to the public today to let the public know the ICE agents are not attacking Americans. Put it in the chat. The ICE agents are here to help us with the Minneapolis fraud, $9 billion. And you guys are taking the focus, and they're going to keep stealing money from your children. Do you guys know they took the money from kids? They took the money from kids. You know, Zarani, Mordani, the Morani, and Kathy in New York just expanded daycare in New York. They said they're going to pay out $4.5 billion in New York. I bet you the Somalians then got on the fucking bus and they all on their way to New York to get money from New York. We're not just talking about this because this happened. We're talking about this because it may be $100 billion in fraud. Right now, we're at 18 billion, and we got 100 people indicted. When Nick Shirley did his video, it was 56 people convicted, 75 people indicted. 80% of them are Somalian. 80% of Somalians are on welfare after 10 years. So being here 10 years, they're still on welfare. I want to know, why didn't anyone stop them from sending billions of dollars back to Somalia if they're on welfare? I want to know, why didn't anyone say, hey, these people are 80% on welfare. They don't have liquid cash. They don't have disposable income. How are they affording to send millions of dollars back to Somalia if we're paying for their rent, we're paying for their food, we're paying for their daycare? Well, fuck, now we done figured it out. Now we know how they send money back to Somalia. We're paying their rent, we're paying their daycare, we're paying their food. Let's watch the body cam footage. Everybody want to focus on this shooting for someone who didn't comply, someone who may needed some help, and then you want to forget. The Democrats want you to forget. I promise you, Tim Walz does not want you talking about Somalian fraud. Tim Walz dropped out of the race, brothers. Brothers and sisters, Tim Walz dropped out of the gubernatorial race. When he dropped out, he did not just drop out of the governor race. That made his chances of being the next vice president gone. Tim Walz not only will not be governor, he will not be the vice president. His vice presidential aspirations gone. Governor gone because of $9 billion Somali fraud. Not this ICE situation that was tragic. Rest in peace to this woman. Rest in peace to this mother. But this was about Tim Walz almost becoming vice president and bringing those social programs that corrupted Minneapolis national scale, because Barack Obama is the reason why Tim Walz was even the VP, my nominee. Barack Obama tweeted out Tim Walz and said these welfare programs he created were spectacular. Kamala Harris tweeted out Tim Walz in 2023 before she selected him as a vice presidential candidate, saying that the welfare programs that led to the Somali fraud were great. She picked them because she wanted to bring the same welfare socialism that exists in Minnesota that caused this violence to the national level. I know a lot of you didn't know this, but I know a lot of you had a question about why she picked Tim Walz. I know you didn't know why, but I know a lot of you wondered, why did she pick Tim Walz? Because Barack Obama championed him in his social justice programs. After Barack Obama picked Tim Walz as a Democratic star, Kamala Harris jumped on the bandwagon and said, I want him, because she thought it would bring Obama voters, Minnesota voters, and she thought it was a lock. She thought it was a lock. What you need to know is if Tim Walz and Kamala won, it would be fraud rampant nationwide. They would have took those social programs that Tim Walz created and took them nationwide. Just like Gavin Newsom wants Californication for the nation. If Gavin Newsom goes national, then you will have San Francisco and Kansas. You will have San Francisco and Iowa. You will have San Francisco and Idaho. Do you want Los Angeles in North Carolina? Do you want a Los Angeles in Florida? Do you want a Los Angeles in Arkansas? Do you want a San Francisco in every state? Gavin Newsom will bring Californication to the nation. Tim Walz was chosen by Democratic elites. Let's watch this body cam footage, because y'all need to be refocused. We still in slow motion. Let's bring it back to full speed. Let's bring it back to full speed, and let's bring up the sound. We're going to bring it back to almost full speed. And dog in the car. Why didn't she leave then? Why haven't she left yet? Why hasn't she drove off? Let's watch.
Show your face. I'm not mad at That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking You want to come at us? You want to come at us?
You want to come at us?
I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the
Get out of the car. She's trying to get in. Watch.
Get out of the car.
Turns the wheel. Right then, I bet you he's pulling out his gun. Right then, when she starts to turn the wheel, with that look on her face.
You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Get out of the car. Look. Get out of the car. Right now, she could be alive. Right now, this could be over. We started off today saying, why didn't she comply? Get out of the car, ma'am. Get out of the car.
Get out of the fucking car.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Do you know how much action it took to hit this guy? She had to reverse. Who remembers when they learn how to drive?
Get yourself some lunch, big boy.
I want you to take a look at when she spins the steering wheel. Who remembers learning how to drive? Watch this motion. She revert, bam, bam. Do you see her way she spin? Bam, and my boy gets hit. Bam, and my boy gets hit. And my boy gets hit.
You want to come at us?
You want to come at us?
Go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
Go get some lunch. Look.
Out of the car.
Try to get back in. There's a dog in the car. That's right. Reverse.
Out of the car.
Whoa! Did you hear that? He said, whoa. And she looked at, another thing that we got to point out today is she looked at him directly in the eye. She looked at him before driving forward. Everybody, I want you to see what she does. She looks at him. She knows this, because this is important, because someone might say she didn't know that he was standing in front of her. Everybody, let's look. Now we're going to slow it down. Now we're going to slow it down again. Now we're going to go to slow-mo. Now we're going to slow it down, because I want you guys to see the point in time where she, look at that smile. Look at that smile. We're going to slow it down and we're going to look and see that she makes eye contact with the officer and she acknowledges that he is there. And despite her seeing him, she puts it in drive, spins that steering wheel and drives forward at a high rate of speed. Let's look. Let's look. Okay. Her significant other is trying to get back in the car because she's heard the officer say, now you look at the smile. Look at the smile. She's looking directly ahead. Did you see her? Let's do a freeze frame. Let's do a freeze frame. She's looking let's do a freeze frame. She sees the officer. This is so important for context. Look, he is the one filming. Do you understand who's filming right now? The person filming is the one who shoots. She is acknowledging directly, I see you, but I'm still going to drive forward. I see you and I still put the car in drive. Do you guys understand what I'm arguing? Just look at her face. She can see the officer. She can see the officer. She's going in reverse. This is so important. Look, she makes eye contact. She goes in reverse. She's looking at him. 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 Wait a minute. Let me cut it off. Slow mo. Did you hear? Slow mo. Slow mo. Slow mo. Slow mo. Let's get it again in slow mo. Let's get it again in slow mo let's get it again in slow mo with the noise. Bam! 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 There's no dispute. There's no dispute. Bam! Oh! 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 Let's watch it again. Oh! Did you see it? Did you see it in slow motion? In slow motion. Perfect on my podcast. Back with the blast. On your dash. On your ass. Look at her acknowledge. Dang, no. Oh, I missed that part. You have to slow it down. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, did you see that? Her significant other is telling her to stop. Oh my God, breaking news. I didn't even notice that. Did you guys? Oh my God. Let's look at that in slow mo. Okay, I've been focusing on the ICE agent. Now I'm going to ask a big favor. Everybody watching right now, hit the like button. Look at her significant other and let's listen. Let's listen to the significant other. You will hear her scream, no, no. Don't drive forward. I didn't even know that. Let's look at that again. Oh my God, I got it. We got her with her mouth open saying no. We got her with her mouth. Look at this. Look it. You see her crying out. She's crying out. Stop. Oh my goodness. Best channel on the land. Best channel on YouTube. She's crying out to her significant other to stop. I didn't even notice that. I'm too busy trying to prove the ICE agent was correct. I'm too busy trying to prove the ICE agent is correct. But listen to her. Listen to her. Look at her. Not only did the ICE agent, not only are all of us, not only was there somebody in front of her, but she is so, I don't know what the proper word is, so I don't want to offend her or anyone. But you guys, can you help me out in the chat? Where do you think she is mentally? Because she's not listening to her significant other. This is her wife. Her wife is screaming, pulling on the door handle. She didn't listen to the federal agents who pulled on the door handle. She's not listening to her wife. Can y'all help me out in the chat? What is her state of mind? What is she? Oh my God. Somebody said, she said, drive, baby, drive. It doesn't look like she's saying drive, baby, drive, because if she did say drive, baby, drive, then she should be arrested because that's aiding and abetting, like I explained earlier.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
She did. She said, drive, baby, drive. Wow. Wow. The chat, W chat, who said that? I'm going to highlight you. I am going to highlight you. I'm going to highlight you. She said, drive, baby, drive. She said, drive, baby, drive. She said, drive, baby, drive. That was that. Hey, whoever said that in the chat, I want to, whoever said that in the chat, I want to highlight you. I can't find you. The chat going crazy. Double tap at the like button. Shout out to you, Mike. Mike, I see you, Mike. Mike. Shout out to you, Mike. Mike. And thank you to everybody who said remove the banner. I've been so excited. I've been so excited about what we're uncovering that I didn't see the comment about remove the banner. And you know, it's kind of difficult, you guys, to do what I do when so many people say so many mean things to you and I'm not a robot. So let's go back to the video.
Whoa! Get out of the car. Whoa!
Drive, baby, drive, baby, drive. I want to know if they're intoxicated. It's almost like they're intoxicated. The way they're acting, I can't say for certain. We need to do a toxicology report on both of these individuals because I want to know from the chat, do you think she's acting in a normal fashion right now? Do you see the smile? Do you see the smile? Let's look at this.
Out of the car.
Everybody heard that? Drive, baby, drive. W chat. W in the chat right now.
Whoa!
Bam. Whoa. And he falls. So not only is he hit by the car, he falls on top of the car. Like I said in the other video, he is pushed out of the way by the SUV. The SUV is how he is removed from in front of the vehicle. Huh? Now, I want to show where he is hit. I want to show where he is hit because when you look at in slow motion, when you see in slow motion him hit, there's no disputing. So, right, you see the smile. She's turning. She's turning. There's no denying that. He knows it's coming. You know when someone's about to hit you, he knows it's coming. He's afraid. He's screaming at her to not hit him. This was cruel. This was cruel. He said, whoa, and then you see him get hit, lunge forward, and lean on top of the hood. Now, doesn't this jive with the other video? Doesn't this jive with the other video? I think this jives with the other video that we saw, right? This jives with the other video.
In Minneapolis, a federal agent fatally shot a motorist, 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good. Trump administration officials said these were, quote, defensive shots fired because the officer was being run over.
And a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
But our analysis of bystander footage, filmed from different angles, appears to show the agent was not in the path of the victim's SUV when he fired 3 shots.
So now, you guys, now that you've seen the body cam footage, it's one in the chat. Let's do it. One in the chat. Was the shooting justified? We're going to look at contradicting footage and contradicting opinions. One in the chat if the shooting was justified. 2 in the chat if it wasn't. I've given you all angles. We have all angles, and this video doesn't have the body cam footage I gave you today. Let's have a real discussion
At close range. Here's how events unfolded.
That car is in the middle of the street. Number one, that car is in the middle of the street, blocking traffic. That car is putting pedestrians and everybody in danger that's in that area. Number one, people keep saying, she's trying to turn. It doesn't matter. That car is in the middle of the street, illegally parked.
Moments before the shooting, the victim's maroon SUV is stopped in the middle of the street. Multiple unmarked federal vehicles are idling nearby.
Do you see the gutter lane? You know how much that car is in the middle of the street? Some people say she's not blocking the street. Do you see this great Ford Explorer in the gutter lane? She's so much in the street that Ford Explorer can move all through the gutter lane. She's not even in the gutter lane. She is that much in the middle of the street that he has the entire gutter lane. You see that white line that denounces the beginning of the actual street? She's in front of that.
Secretary Noem alleged the motorist, quote, was blocking the officers in.
Was she blocking the officers? Put a 1 in the chat. Was she blocking the officers? Was the shooting justified? Put a 1 in the chat. I need y'all participation.
Bystanders are blowing whistles and yelling at federal agents.
Go home to Texas!
Then, federal vehicles start moving toward the maroon SUV, with sirens and lights blaring. A federal agent films the scene on his phone.
This is the body cam footage. When you see this gentleman right here, this is the body cam footage that Christy Norm released today. That's the body cam footage that we are comparing and contrasting. This gentleman, ICE agent, who actually does the shooting, is filming. I have that video this morning. We are reviewing it right now. Let's go, MAGA.
The driver rolls forward slightly, turning left, then stops and waves for others to go ahead.
Who gives her the right to conduct traffic in the middle of the street? This is why I say something is not right here. She does not have the legal power to stop traffic and decide who is allowed to travel on this roadway. Do you guys hear me? She does not have the legal power to stop traffic and decide who can drive down this street and who can't.
Two agents exit this silver pickup and walk toward the vehicle.
Now, in the body cam footage, remember, you don't see this perspective. This is important. This is why we're watching both videos back to back. We're going to go back to the body cam footage. You don't see this perspective in the body cam footage. They walk up to her, give her an order. She refuses to comply. In the body cam footage, we see her smiling. We see her laughing. We see her put the car in reverse, and we see her yank the steering wheel and slap the car and drive. The SUV jerks, and she hits the agent. Let's watch.
Moments later,
You see the reverse lights? You see the reverse lights? They are reverse lights with an agent on the vehicle. This agent's life is in danger right now. This agent's life is in danger right now because she is in reverse and he is touching the car. There's ice on the ground. He can slip and fall and be ran over. Let's go.
later, shots are fired.
And then she pulls forward and hits the officer. But it is unclear in this video, but we have the body cam footage. Let's go.
Let's look at the scene again more closely. This is the agent who shoots the driver.
We have that video. The video he's filming is the video we're going to review directly after this. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Double tap at the like button. Stay glued to your seat.
He walks around the car filming and disappears from view. Other agents pull up and order the driver to exit her vehicle.
Get out of the car. It's over right here. If she gets out of the car, everybody goes home. If she gets out of the car, everybody goes home. If she complies, everybody goes home. Read it. It even says, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car.
One of them grabs at the door handle and reaches inside.
One of them grabs the door handle and reaches inside. I didn't realize his hand was in the car. That's even more dangerous. He shouldn't have put his hands in the car. That's even more dangerous. Let's keep going.
The SUV reverses, then turns right.
The SUV reverses while the agent is in the vehicle. Technically, and I didn't say that. The liberal, he just said it. That is, his life is in danger. If he is physically in the car and she is driving, he had justification. At this point, he had justification. Let's keep going.
Apparently attempting to leave. At the same time, the agent filming crosses toward the left of the vehicle and grabs his gun.
Watch.
He opens fire on the motorist.
You can even see in that exchange, you actually see him being hit by the vehicle and moved out of the way. But it happens very quickly. It happens very quickly. Let's watch again.
Crosses toward the left of the vehicle and grabs his gun.
Watch.
He opens fire on the motorist.
Damn, you see him get hit and move out the way? I don't even understand what they're arguing. I don't understand why he's using this video. You see him get hit.
The moment the agent fires, he is standing here, to the left of the SUV.
That's not
and
true.
The wheels are pointing to the right.
That's not true.
Away from the agent. This appears to conflict with allegations that the SUV was ramming or about to ram the officer. President Trump and others said the federal agent was hit by the SUV, often pointing to another video filmed from a different angle.
So this is another video. Remember, we reviewed this video also. This video shows a lot better the agent actually being hit. And he's forced to admit it. Let's show it.
And it's true that at this moment in this grainy low resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck by.
So did you hear that? Let's listen again. Let's listen again. Now we're going to go back to the body cam. Listen, everybody.
And it's true that at this moment in this grainy low resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck by the SUV.
Did you hear that? Did you see that? It does look like the agent is being struck, right? It does look like the agent is being struck, right? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Now we've at the body cam. Let's look at it. Right now in the chat, was he hit? Right now in the chat, was he hit? This is slow motion. This is slow motion. Was he hit? Right now in the chat, body cam footage. You see her? Look at her. She's looking directly forward. She sees the officer. Now, in that other video, he's not honest. You don't see this angle. Now, in this video, I'm sorry. In this video, I'm sorry, you guys, I got ahead of myself. In this video, look, he's looking directly. She's looking directly at him. She's looking directly at him. She's looking direct. Let's look.
Get out of the car.
Oh! Was he hit? Did she hit him with the car right now? Did she hit him with the car? Did she hit him with the car? Let's take a look from both angles. Let's take a look from both angles. Was he hit? Let's take a look.
From a different angle. And it's true that at this moment in this grainy low resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck by the SUV.
Okay. It does look like the agent, but they are denying it. So let's look again. Is he being hit? Is he being hit? Look at her looking directly. She sees him. Did you see her eyes? She cuts the wheel. Oh, you see him yell. You hear him yell. Oh, he gets hit. You hear him physically hit the vehicle, and he lunges over the hood. Let's watch it again. She looks at him directly. She's in reverse. She sees him. She cannot even say she's dead now, but no one can say that she didn't know the officer was there. Oh, bam, bam. And then you see his head go forward and lay on top of the car. Was he hit? Was he hit? Why does he keep doing that?
I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh! Was he hit? Was he hit? Let's look. This is body cam footage of the ICE agent who did the shooting. Remember, I just showed you in the other video, he's walking around the car. Now we actually are looking at the actual video. So in this video, in this video, you see, let's go here. In this video,
Let's look at the scene again more closely. This is the agent who shoots the driver.
so that agent is the video that we're watching right now. Let's look at it again. I want to give you, let me tee up this video.
Let's look at the scene again more closely. This is the agent who shoots the driver.
He's recording. Did you see him recording? This is the video that we're watching today. This is the video from that agent. He was recording. Let's look and see, and you tell me, is he hit?
You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh! Was he hit? Was he hit? Was he hit? Was he hit? Let's go to the other video where the other, in this New York Times recollection, in this New York Times account,
He walks around the car filming and disappears from view.
we have that video. He's filming and we have that video.
Other agents pull up and order the driver to exit her vehicle.
If she would have complied right then, she would be alive.
One of them grabs at the door handle and reaches
Right here, she would be alive. Then she puts the car in drive. Do you guys notice he does not pull the weapon until the car is weaponized? This is why he deserves an accommodation. He does not pull his gun until she slaps the car in drive. And everybody who sees this from this angle, you don't see this other angle where she has this crazy look on her face and she is looking directly at him as she slaps the car in drive and then ends the tires. Oh. So in that video, in the previous video, you don't see. So in this video, you can see her face. You don't see what motion she goes through to go forward. How much it takes.
Boy, go ahead.
The motor functions, what all she needs to do to reverse and then turn the wheels, slap it in drive. It gave him enough time to pull his gun, and thank God, because that is the only thing that saved his life.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
Reverse.
Out of the car.
Oh! He comes forward. The only reason he grabs his gun, let's look at this video. He doesn't grab his gun. He doesn't grab his gun until he sees her acknowledge the fact that I am in front of you and I am watching you. You are watching me and I am watching you put the car in drive. I am watching you spin the tires and I understand you are about to hit me and kill me. That is the only time he pulls out his gun. Let's watch it.
One of them grabs at the door handle and reaches.
He's going in reverse. He's right there. He's right there. He doesn't pull the gun until she goes forward. Now, you may be asking yourself, why did he pull the gun? Because he is seeing this, right? Why did he pull the gun? He is seeing this, right? He is seeing this. He is seeing her. This is what he's looking at. This is when he pulls the gun. Look at her looking at him with those eyes and that smile, and she puts the car in drive. And he's probably thinking in his head, you hear him scream no. He doesn't believe that she's actually going to do it. So when you guys see him pull his gun and you say he's a murderer, and he is looking at this woman driving toward him. You don't see what he is seeing. You don't know what he's going through right now. He's at work. He has a gun on his hip and he's looking at a woman with crazy eyes driving toward him. Then he pulls out the gun. Then he pulls out the gun when he sees this. Oh, you don't see that in this video. You don't see her reverse, look at him directly in his eyes, put the car in drive, and turn the steering wheel. Those few motor movements in seconds is the only reason he's alive, because that gave him time to pull his weapon, and that's the only reason why she didn't get to hit him.
The SUV reverses, then turns right, apparently attempting to leave.
Did you see it? Did you see it? He doesn't pull the gun until the brake lights, the reverse. Everybody look at these white reverse lights. This is going to be the key to this whole thing. Everybody look at these white reverse lights. Look at these white reverse lights and then watch when the white reverse lights go off. What you don't see from this angle, because it's behind the truck, he's in front of the truck. What you don't see from this angle is he's looking physically at her eye to eye. She's looking at him eye to eye. He is seeing her go in reverse, put the car in drive, slap it in drive, turn the wheel, and come forward. That's when he pulls his gun. Let's take a look.
At the door handle and reaches inside. The SUV reverses, then turns right, apparently attempting to leave. At the same time, the agent filming crosses toward the...
Is she legally able to leave? Did you hear him say, get out of the car? Is she legally permitted to leave at this point in time? I submit she's not legally able to leave at this point in time. So I hope everybody stops saying that. This is not doctor's footage. This is not MAGA footage. This is the New York Times. Fair use, fair use. This is not MAGA footage. This is from liberal media. You can tell by the voice. This is a Democrat liberal who is saying that the ICE agent was wrong. The video I'm playing you right now, maybe you guys didn't know that. The video I'm playing you right now is a contrast. This video disagrees with me. This video disagrees with me. This video, it says that, what's her name? Renee was in the right. Let's listen. Listen to him.
the left of the vehicle and grabs his gun. He opens fire on the motorist and continues shooting as she drives past. The moment the agent fires, he is standing here, to the left of the SUV, and the wheels are pointing to the right, away from the agent. This appears to conflict with allegations that the SUV was ramming or about to ram the officer. President Trump and others said the federal agent was hit by the SUV, often pointing to another video filmed from a different angle.
Now, this is a video from a different angle. Now, we're going to go from this video to the body cam footage, and you guys tell me, was he hit?
And it's true that at this moment in this grainy, low-resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck by the SUV.
So, right, grainy, low resolution. But this is high resolution that we have now, right? He said in this grainy, low resolution video, it looks like he was hit by the car, right? But now I have high resolution video. Are you guys seeing this now? Huh? Are you guys seeing this now? Now we have high resolution video. In the high resolution video that he took himself shows him being hit by the car.
Get out of the car.
Oh! What do you guys see right there? I need to know from our audience. Does it appear that he was hit? Does it sound like he was hit? Let's look again. Look again. Look again.
I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh! Was he hit? I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear. Let's finish with this video because they disagree. They disagree.
But when we synchronize it with the first clip, we can see the agent is not being run over. In fact, his feet are positioned away from the SUV. The SUV crashes into a white car parked down the road.
What the?
A bystander runs toward the collision. The federal agents on scene do not appear to rush to provide emergency medical care. Eventually, the agent who shot the motorist approaches the vehicle. Seconds later, he turns back around and tells his colleagues to call 911.
Shame! You shot someone! You shot someone!
Agents block several bystanders who attempt to provide medical care, including one who identifies himself as a physician.
I go check a pulse. No, back up now. I'm a physician. I don't care.
At the same time, several agents, including the agent who opened fire, get in their vehicles and drive off, apparently altering the active crime scene.
What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat. Do you think it was a justified shooting?
On Wednesday,
Put a 1 in the chat. Do you think it was a justified shooting? Put a 2 in the chat if you think the shooting wasn't justified. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it was a justified. We got brand new footage today. Brand new breaking footage. We have the body cam. Let me see those ones. Light it up. Light it up. We got some 2s. Explain to me. Her girlfriend knew. Her girlfriend knew. Man, he was not hit. I think he was hit, but hey, everybody get to have their opinion. I think he was hit. New York Times say he wasn't hit. According to this video, you guys, he was hit, bro. He was hit, bro. I know you don't want to believe it. I know you guys don't like the orange man. Orange man is bad. He was hit, bro.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking president.
Body cam footage. Body cam footage. Breaking news. This just came out today. Body cam footage. Body cam footage just came out today.
You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
Body cam footage exonerating the ICE officer. He was hit by the truck. If you can see in the background here, you see the other ICE agents coming up, asking her to get out of the car. If she would have complied, she would have been alive.
Okay.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the
All right,
car.
take it back.
Oh. Drive, baby, drive. She needs to be charged. Drive, baby, drive. She needs to be charged. Right? Now, remember, now let's watch this again. Let's watch this again so you guys get some context. Let's watch this again.
Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions.
Say it again.
Do not box in any law enforcement officer. You are breaking the law when you do that.
Amen. Say it again.
And you are putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing? It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county, and you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force. Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death.
Deadly force. Deadly force.
Plow into a vehicle that
Relax and talk
contains
sports.
law enforcement agents.
Relax and talk sports.
You're using deadly force.
You're using deadly force. What didn't Renee do? What he is about to say. Why didn't Renee? I don't know. I do not know. Relax and talk sports. It seems so simple. You know, every time a black man gets pulled over and gets shot by the police, you know, Twitter, all the white racists go crazy on Twitter. You know what they say? Why don't, it's another dumb black person that doesn't comply. Why don't black people just listen to police? Just comply. Just comply. The white people have no heart. Whenever a black person is shot by the police, white people have no heart. They don't care that a black person is dead. All over social media, all you hear is, why didn't he comply? Why didn't he comply? You guys just can't comply. Why don't you comply? They don't want to talk about a dead black man on the side of the road. They don't want to talk about that. They don't never get there. All they want to talk about when a black man is shot by the police, all they want to show in the video is, look at Jamal. Jamal didn't comply. Jamal would be alive if he would comply. Just, you guys don't never, how many videos? Earlier today, someone said, we've watched videos. We know how to watch videos. So everybody black knows if a black man gets shot and he didn't listen to the police officer, there will be no sympathy from white America. There will be no sympathy from white America because everybody will say, well, you should have listened. Yeah, the police officer was wrong for pulling you over. Yeah, the police officer was racist, but that doesn't matter to white America. White America says, comply. Comply. That's what white America has said over and over to black men. Doesn't matter if the police officer is racist. Doesn't matter if the police officer is white. It doesn't matter if the police officer is black. Comply, 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 comply and stay alive. 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 That's all we hear. Comply and stay alive. Why didn't he comply? Why didn't he comply? No one cares that a black man is dead on the side of the fucking road. Everybody wants to giggle and laugh. Why didn't he come? You guys don't know how to listen. You guys don't know how to listen. Why don't you black guys know how to listen? Just listen. You don't know how to listen. You can't comply with an officer order. That's why he's dead. He didn't comply. So today, for Renee Good, can we get it one time for Renee Good? Can we get it one time for Renee Good? Can I get it in the chat one time? Just one time for Renee Good, because Renee Good did not do what? Renee Good did not do what? What did Renee Good not do good? What did Renee Good do not do good? Well, Renee Good did not comply good. I'm going to tell you that right now. Renee Good did not comply good, huh? Renee Good did not comply good. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't. And now I can see you whining. I can see you whining. I can see you crying. I know you whining. The people in the chat are surprised. Did he just bring up black? He's a Republican. He can't bring up race. Yes, I'm Republican. And from time to time, I will call out racial injustices, and I don't give a flying fuck who likes it. I'm going to say that again. Yes, I am a black MAGA Republican. And from time to time, I will call out racial injustice, and I don't give a flying fuck how you feel about it. Yes, when a black man is murdered, all of you racial motherfuckers say, comply. I haven't heard it once today with this white woman. I haven't heard it once. That's why I want to know. If she would have complied, would she be alive? If she would have complied, would she be alive? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. If she would have complied, would she be alive? Man, my chat going so crazy, man. Thank you to everybody, man. Thank you to everybody watching, man. My chat goes so crazy, man. Comply, that's all. That's all, comply. That's all you got to do, comply. Comply, that's all, huh? And why is it crashing whenever a black person, huh? Why is it crashing whenever a black person brings up race? Can't bring up race. Can't bring up these truths, huh? Can't bring up how you guys like to say comply, huh? Can't bring that up. Anytime a black person says anything truthful about blackness, it's a lot of like small penis pink motherfuckers who get upset and in their feelings. A lot of penis envy in the chat. There's a lot of penis envy out there. A lot of penis envy out there. That's okay. You got a small penis, a small pink penis.
Law enforcement, I don't call them none of that. I call them made up fake wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with.
So to tee up this video, I'm done roasting. I had to get my roast off. Y'all know it's a podcast. Y'all know, yeah, she tried to run him over, man. 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 I had to get my roast going. I got to get my roast. Look at Mike laughing. Thank you, Mike. That's my brother, right? I had to roast real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because my wife is not black. My wife is Sicilian. My wife is white, right? I live in Sacramento. It's a lot of mixed couples. I'm not married to a black woman, right? And you know what my wife said to me last night? She said, you know, every time a black person gets shot, all over Twitter, and I didn't even think about it. She said, all they do is say he should have complied. And I said, damn, baby, you right. Why isn't anyone saying that the white woman should have complied? Why is all this sympathy for the white woman? Why are they protesting for the white woman when she didn't listen to the police? I tease her about that all the time. She's Sicilian too, so it's even worse. She's Sicilian, so it's even worse. I tease her about that all the time. And you know, she beat me up. She you know, she's Sicilian, so she don't play that shit. But I tease her about not being white all the time. I tease her about not being white all the time. And if you met her, you would know. You know what I say to her? I say, you know what? You pick when you want to be white. And she get upset. I said, you pick when you want to be white. You know that? She gets mad. Yeah, she's paisano. Oh, man. So let me play a video. Some people agree with you. Some people are saying Italy is Sicilian. Oh, don't say that to her grandmother. Do not say that to her grandmother. Do not say that to her grandmother. Do not say that to her grandmother. She said Italy and Sicilian is the same thing. Boy, don't say that in New York. You better watch who you say that by. He said Italy and Sicilian is the same. Italian and Sicilian is the same thing. Boy, you better be careful who you say that by. Hey, this is my brother Scott Jennings. I love Scott Jennings, y'all. This is my brother, Scott Jennings. So we played the Chicago chief of police. Chicago chief of police, 27 years, said, do not block in, do not triangulate, do not follow ICE agents. They will consider that deadly, and they will use deadly force to protect themselves. This is a chief of 27 years. Cars could be used as weapons. Do not triangulate federal officers. Do not follow federal officers. Do not blow the whistle. Now, this is a completely different video. That was a black man in Chicago. This is a black woman. He sounded very professional. He looked professional. This is a black woman, and I guess she's in a leadership role. She sound like she's in the, y'all be calling me Uncle Ruckers. I'm going to play this video. She sound like she's auditioning for a Tyler Perry film. She sounds like she's auditioning for a Tyler Perry film. I mean, the mammy, the antiquated Southern slavery lingo in the way she speaks, the way she looks like a black slave mammy. I didn't even think black women like this even existed anymore. But I want you to watch this video and listen. Breaking: Philadelphia Sheriff Rochelle Bilal calls ICE agents fake law enforcement and says she will arrest them for enforcing federal immigration law.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good.
Oh my God.
This should not have happened.
Y'all hear that? She sound like she in the church. She sound like she overweight. This is what Pete Hegseth is talking about. How is she a police officer? Her breasts weigh more than regular people. Each breast is about $200. She weigh about 600 pounds. She can barely talk. She can barely breathe. How are you a police officer? How are you a representation of what a police officer should be? You're obese, diabetic, can't even breathe, and Renee Good 3 times. I can't make this up. You can't make this up. And that's who they put out in front of America as a representation of black leadership and professionalism, this overweight mammy. Let's go.
But we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals will
let know that law enforcement, I can't make this up. Did you hear that? This is a leader.
Not the fake made up ICE probably Trump's a new army to attack.
Stop the damn video. Stop it. Stop it. We ain't going now 1 second more. We ain't going 1 second more. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? You telling me you 50 years old. You a leader in the police department in a major American city, and you speak worse English than a Somalian? You speak worse English in 2026. You guys hear her talk, you would think it was 1940s. This shit is fucking embarrassing. It's not only embarrassing because of the way she talked, it's what the fuck she says. I need you to listen to this shit, because she gonna say some shit that contradicts the Constitution, that contradicts the Bill of Rights. This bitch just gonna make up shit out of her big fat black ass. Listen to this shit. Now I'm gonna rewind, because I want everybody in the chat to think I'm picking on her, to listen to how the phraseology of this motherfucker who is a leader.
Good. This should not have happened. But we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals,
law enforcement professionals would it be? Let know. What is that? What is that? Can anybody, is that literal? Let know. Let know that law enforcement professionals would it be? I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. You listen yourself.
I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened. But we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones,
let know,
not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States.
What? Did
you hear what I said?
No, we didn't, and we didn't understand. We didn't hear and we didn't understand because it did not make no goddamn sense. Shit.
That have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States.
What?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, what you just said was seditious. What you just said is illegal. She needs to be prosecuted. What you just said was seditious. What you just said is illegal. This is America. What the hell has happened?
No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None.
Actually, we went to the Supreme Court. Actually, Trump and ICE are not just wearing masks. God, can someone help me out in the chat? Can someone, Mike, can you believe this, Mike? Like, you know, I look for videos and sometimes you find podcast gold. This is what you call podcast gold. We went to the Supreme Court. Does anybody recall we went to the Supreme Court? We went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said that ICE could wear the mask. They're not just wearing the masks as a fuck you. There was a prosecution. We went to the Supreme Court and we won. We won. That's why they're still wearing the mask. Why doesn't a police officer know that? Why doesn't someone in a leadership role over an entire city know about this Supreme Court adjudication? Why doesn't she know that? And why is she going to cost American lives by making up shit and calling ICE agents a proxy army? That's why we have like this revolution in the streets. You have idiots like this who are in control, who don't know the fucking Constitution, and they're just making shit up as they go. Do you think she knows she just said a seditious act and that Mark Kelly and Pete Hegseth and the Department of War is going after Mark Kelly? Well, Pete Hegseth, somebody email Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth, we got somebody else for you. Pete Hegseth, Department of War, we have another seditious citizen who needs to go to prison.
None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way.
How does this person still have a job? How does this person still have a job? She wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. How is a police officer literally up here saying this shit? They told her, get out of the car, cut the car off. She was fleeing. Oh my God. I mean, cut the car off. He said, get the fuck out the car. Get the fuck out the car. If a police officer says, cut the car off, get the fuck out the car, and you drive off, can somebody say, what is that called? In the chat, is that called fleeing? Or, and why they keep just, maybe because it's a white woman. I'm sorry, I'm black. I didn't get it. Maybe I didn't get it. See, she's a mammy. She's a mammy, right? She believes in slavery and white supremacy. So I think what she's saying is the white woman, even if a police officer gives her a legitimate order, the white woman could just drive off if she want to. And there's a police officer saying that the white woman can just drive off if she want to. Is that what you hear? Because that's what I hear. It's evading. It's evading. Not only is it evading, but when her significant other said, drive, baby, drive, that was aiding and abetting. Can I get aiding and abetting? Remember my chat, W chat. I got the smartest chat because I didn't even hear that. One of my chat members said, perfect. She said, drive, baby, drive. And I ignored it because I was like, ain't no way in hell. She said, drive, baby, drive. Because if she said, drive, baby, drive, she should be arrested. And she could be charged for the murder. Does anybody know how that shit work? If someone gets murdered in the commission of a crime, and let's say the police officer's murdered, you go to rob a liquor store. Let's say you go to rob a liquor store and you two people go to rob a liquor store and the person you go with get murdered by the police. You can be charged with that murder. How many people know that? I need to look it up what that's called. you can be charged with that murder. So if she said drive baby aiding and she was involved, yeah, if she said drive baby drive, she could be charged with Renee Good's murder. Let's play that again.
None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way.
She was getting out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's my fault, y'all. I apologize. She was getting out of the way. She was getting out of the way. My bad. She should be alive.
Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal.
So she didn't see the reverse lights, y'all. I can't make this up. She didn't see the reverse lights, y'all. Accessory to the crime. She didn't see the reverse lights. The car was in reverse and then slapped in the drive. Let's keep going.
No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement.
How great English. What great English. You should have a podcast. Just creative. Her vernacular is so spectacular. She has such a vast vocabulary. She could just come up with anything off the top of the head like me. She should have a podcast. You should be a host. You picked the wrong job. What did you call him? Let's listen to it again. What did she call him with her great vernacular, her vocabulary that's so broad? Because she is making damn near probably $250,000 a year with all that overweightness, with all that mammy baby shit. She probably making $250,000 a year in Philadelphia because they pay these police officers a bunch of damn money, and she got a pension. She should have been going to school and learning how to fucking speak proper English.
No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with him.
Wait a minute. She don't even know how to say it. It's against the legal law. Just say law. It's against the legal law and the moral law. Can you get arrested for moral law? There's the moral. What moral? What? Did she realize that moral law? What if I'm Muslim? My morality is different. What if I'm Catholic? What if I'm Christian? What if I'm not religious? What if I'm gay or trans? Morals change. They're fluid. What do you mean moral law? In America, we don't even have to be moral. Yeah, what is moral law? I know about municipal. I know about, I know about common law. I know about municipal law. Come on, help me out in the chat. Come on, y'all. Maritime law. Come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. Help me. Come on. We got maritime law. Right. Don't rush. Don't rush, Ibram. I know it ain't no moral law. Don't rush. We got municipal law. We got municipal, we got state, local, federal law. We got maritime law. I'm help me out, y'all. State, federal, local, municipalities, maritime law, common law. I'm going deep. We going all back to Hotep. Anybody Hotep in the building? Anybody Hotep in the building? That's why I said common law, maritime law, municipal law. A lot of people don't know about municipalities. That's because my Hotep traded. I'm going all the way back to Hotep. Municipalities, common, maritime, no moral law, law of physics. That's a good one, you motherfucker. Oh, I love you. A leering law. Another one. Oh, I got the best chat. Oh, law of physics and a leering law. Law of gravity, you motherfuckers. Oh, I love you. Oh, shit. Oh, we got the best podcast.
If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime,
Wait the fuck. Did you see this white motherfucker yawn? Did you see him yawn? Wait, I gotta tell. Look behind this big titty mammy and look at this white motherfucker with that Muslim hat on his head. He gonna yawn like he barely awake. Let me rewind it. I should put it in slow motion. I'm gonna put it in slow motion.
If any of them want to come in this,
look at his eye. Oh my fucking God. Who got the best podcast? Oh shit. Oh, look, y'all. Look at it. Oh. He couldn't listen no more. Look, he couldn't listen no more. He about to fuck. Oh my God. He couldn't listen no more. Oh man, let's watch that again. Look at it. He ain't got. I yawn. People get tired. He putting it on thick. Look at this yawn. That's a hell of a yawn. He got the facial. He got the eye expression. Look. He digging it up now. Come on, man. Let's see that. Oh my God. Look the chest. Look, he's staring. What's that? Was that a good yawn? Was that? I hope he feel better.
you will not be able to hide. Nobody will wish you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that. But here's the last thing that I will say. Law enforcement professionals around the country do their job. And we have been fighting for years to build that bridge between us and our communities. You have one negative nutcase that causes this problem, and now we all have to fight again to let people know law enforcement works with communities. These crimes would not be down if we didn't have communities work with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for making this the funniest podcast. Thank you. That was hilarious. Compton style. I know they hate me. I know they know. This that one sound. We stay in the hood. We don't come around. I just want to go to down, but you rather see me gunned down. This that one sound. We stay in the hood. We don't come around. I just want to make you proud, but you rather see me gunned down. This that one sound. Shout out to you, y'all. Shout out to you. This that one sound. We stay in the hood, we don't come around. I just want to make you proud, but you rather see me gunned down. What? Best chat, man. I love y'all, man. That was too funny. Good Lord. And she is a high-ranking sheriff. She's the sheriff. Sheriffs are elected. She's the sheriff. You know how important the role of sheriff is in the city? You have sheriffs who work at the jail, right? But the actual sheriff is a high-level appointed elected position. She's a sheriff, you guys. This is not just anybody. She has the mayor, city council behind her, right? Yeah, man. We ain't making this up, man. This is the reality that we dealing with today. This that one sound. This that one sound. We stay in the hood. We don't come around. I just want to make you proud, but you rather see me gunned down. That's that Jacka and the rider J. Clyde. Rest in peace to the Jacka, man. Rest in peace to the Jacka, man. I got some more good videos. Let's share this video. Because this is one of our favorite liberals right here. This is one of our favorite liberals. We got to get her opinion. This is one of our favorite liberals right here. This is one of our... What? WTF? Sitting U.S. Congresswoman Janelle Bynum, Democrat, just declared the actions of ICE state-sponsored terrorism. Now you know why that person sounded like that. I repeat, a congresswoman is likening ICE agents to Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Syria. ICE agents are Americans doing a fucking job, ladies and gentlemen. Can they do their job? Can they actually do their job? So now ICE agents are terrorists. What about the 10 million people? You know, just not too long ago, there was a news article about a person who came across the border in 2022, the Kamala Harris-Joe Biden border in 2022, and they were driving a tractor-trailer truck. They had CDLs, but they weren't a citizen, and they couldn't speak English, and they couldn't read English. Why is this important? Because they made an illegal U-turn while in Florida. They came from the state of California. They were driving a tractor-trailer, couldn't read and couldn't write English, couldn't speak English because they just got here in 2022. They were driving that truck in Florida, made an illegal U-turn, and killed American citizens. Transportation Secretary for Donald Trump administration just blocked $41 million from California because what we found out is that Gavin Newsom created a loophole, just like Tim Walz. Gavin Newsom and the California Democrat leadership created a loophole. They removed certain questions from applications. Did you guys know that? They removed certain questions from the application that would prohibit someone who is not a citizen from getting CDLs. And then there's a special school. So you see those trucks on the freeway with the SIA, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that school is located in California. It's Yemenis, and they're Yemenis. They wear the turbans, and they don't even have to go to the DMV to get their license. They have a agreement. Remember, I explained to you about California and migrant workers. California has all these agreements with workers who are not Americans. So Central Valley is migrant workers. Your grapes, the wine. California has some of the best wine in the globe. How do the grapes get picked? The grapes get picked by hand, by Mexican migrant workers. What is a migrant worker? A migrant worker is a Mexican citizen that comes to work in California and is supposed to leave and go back to Mexico. That's why they're called migrant. They don't stay here. They migrate here for a season. They work, they pick the grapes, they pick the spinach, they pick the alfalfa, they pick the oranges, and then they go there. Technically, the way the agreement works, they go back to Mexico, right? Migrant employees. Well, we have an agreement that legally allows this. And then you wonder why we have so many migrants who stay in California and never go back. Some of the farmers in Napa urged migrant workers, built homes for them and said, why even leave? I need you to pick mustard. Because in Napa, when they don't grow grapes, they do mustard. Did you know mustard comes from seed? In Napa, they have a mustard festival. I know about this because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. I used to live and work in Napa, right? In the mustard festival in Napa is fire. So you have farmers who urge the migrant workers not to leave. So that then they grow roots in California, but they never become citizens. There is a trucking company in California where people who come here who are not citizens can go to this trucking company if they're Yemenis. Now wait, if you're white and black, this is why I love all my white brothers who support me, because I live in Sacramento. I grew up in the Bay Area. It's a melting pot. You know, everybody get along. Black, white, Filipino, Asian, Mexican, we all get along in Northern California. So if you white or black, you can't go to this school. You have to go to the DMV. You have to pay a lot of money to go to trucking school and then take the CDLs, and it's not easy. You have to drive this test. You have to prove you can reverse, do the brakes, and the test is more extensive than the regular driver's license. So regular, everyday black man, everyday white boy, you got to go to the DMV. You got to go. I know because my best friend is not black. My wife is not black. So my white friend, he can't get a job either. We both are struggling out here in California. He's in construction. He can't get a job because the Mexicans he can't get a job. He's a 50-year-old white man. He's been working in construction his whole life. Can't get a job on the construction. He's supposed to be a foreman. Can't get a job. He getting pushed out. He can't, and then it's expensive to become a truck driver, but you can go to this school. You don't have to go to the DMV. And guess what? Gavin Newsom has a special agreement with this school. They don't have to take the same test you take. Texas got a penalty. Arizona got a penalty. Denver, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia all got migrant workers, fool. And what happens? I agree with you. A lot of people don't know about the migrant labor. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just explaining to people why ICE is doing what they're doing and what's happening in America. Migrant labor is leading to our problems. And Americans could be doing that job. Just like with the trucking school that is specific to these Yemenis people, that they can go to that trucking school, not speak English, not read English, and obtain CDLs. Are you mad at me, Blacksmith? Because you sound stupid. It sounds like you just some black guy coming in here saying some stupid shit, right? Just sound like you some black guy coming in here saying some stupid shit. How many people know about the migrant labor? How many people know about these schools that allow people who are not American to get CDLs even though they don't drive, even though they don't speak English? It's always some dickhead, bro. I got a white boy right here because he probably deal with the shit. Here's a white man right here, probably deal with the shit. See all of these foreigners making good money driving trucks and your black ass come in here and say something stupid. Why would you do that, bro? Why would you do that, bro? This ain't even up for arguing. You can't even argue this shit I'm saying. Everybody knows about California. They got $41 million taken away from them. Colorado got $21 million taken away from them because they won't put back the federal requirements that would stop people who are not citizens from getting CDLs. What the fuck is wrong with some people, bro? I'm not even on either side. I'm not saying Republican or Democrat. I'm just explaining to people what the reality is that some people may not even know. The Trump administration withheld $41 million from California of federal funds because California refused to put the question back on the form that would identify people as non-citizens. Why would you argue with me on that? That's not Republican or Democrat. That's American, brother. Why would you argue with me on me telling you the law? Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don. I don't understand. Black men don't like black men. They see a black man having a successful podcast, and he just want to tear me down. Crab in the barrel. Crab in the barrel. Gonna call me out my name, don't even know me. Gonna call me out my name and don't even know me. Thank you, Mike. Mike, you know I'm not made of metal. I have skin. I have a heart. I believe in God. I pray. I love my kids. So sometimes, Mike, the shit get to me, man. Especially when it's a brother and he's saying something fucking stupid. I'm not even being partisan at this point in time. I can be partisan, but I'm not even being partisan right now. I'm just giving people facts. Why would you come in and fuck with me when I'm not even being partisan? You know what it is? It's fear and ignorance, Mike. It's fear and it's ignorance. Let's go to this video. He must not be an American, but that's crazy. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm not saying Republican good, Democrat bad. I just want the American people to know, hey, I did hear about that, Perfect. I heard about the guy in Florida who made an illegal U-turn and killed some American citizens. But Perfect, thank you for telling me because I did not know how he obtained his CDLs. And I did not know that Donald Trump, in an effort to stop Americans from being murdered, withheld $41 million from California as a penalty. I would think you would be happy to know that. I would think you would be proud of your president to know that, hey, after those people were murdered, Donald Trump didn't do like Joe Biden and go to sleep. Donald Trump said, we're going to penalize California and we're going to make them change it and we're going to stop them from killing people. That's what a good leader does. Policy. He's not on TV saying hate Democrats. He took $41 million from California. If you're not going to make the change, I'm going to take away the federal funding. Colorado, $21 million. If you're not going to make the change, I'm going to take away the federal funding. Let's look at this video. Just sad, bro. So again, this is the Congresswoman talking shit. This is the Congresswoman talking shit.
Well, we know that their presence is not welcome in the way that they're attempting to be law enforcement. We don't believe that it's law enforcement. We believe it is state-sponsored terrorism. And so we've made several calls over and over and over again for the president to stop sending goons to Portland and to leave us alone. Well, we know that their presence is not welcome in the way that they're attempting to be law enforcement. We don't believe that it's law enforcement. We believe it is state-sponsored terrorism.
This is Janelle, Democratic representative of Oregon. And again, we just played that Mammy in Philadelphia. And here's another woman contradicting the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and the law of supremacy, where the federal law is always supreme to state law, where the federal officers are always supreme to local officers, right? As a matter of fact, as I did my research today, I'm not going to go into it, but when I did my research on federal versus local, the federal agents are empowered by the Constitution. And so I kept reading and I said, well, who empowers the local police? And they're not even empowered by the Constitution. So if you're a patriot, if you're a real patriot and a MAGA knight and a deplorable, then you really understand this shit. The federal agents get their permission. She just said the federal agent is not law enforcement. That is completely opposite of the truth. In fact, the truth is the federal agent, out of the people she named, the federal agent is the only person who actually has law and permission granted to them by the Constitution. The local police are not empowered by the Constitution. And when I read it, I was surprised. I'm not wrong, piece of shit. If I'm wrong, put it in the chat. Don't just say I'm wrong. Put it in the chat. Go to Google, go to motherfucking AI, copy and paste it in the chat. But you won't. Because I read the shit this morning. It's called the law of supremacy. And when I was doing my research on the law of supremacy, what I saw is that federal agents, it talked about where the powers come from. This is going back to the debate over the shutdown, when Americans don't know whose responsibility it is to create a budget. Who's responsible and what article of the Constitution? Whenever I say articles of the Constitution, motherfuckers just go, it's the Congress. Chuck Schumer in the Senate didn't sign the continuing resolution, but whose job is it to create a budget? Who's responsible? It's the Congress, per the articles of the Constitution. Powers that be. Where does the power come from? And this dummy, just like the other dummy, it said they're not law enforcement, but I want people to know, of all of the law enforcement agents that you may interact on a daily basis, the federal agent is the only one empowered by the Constitution. The federal agent is the only one empowered by the Constitution. That's why earlier when we were having that joke, I brought up municipalities. And I knew when I brought it up that people got lost, because they don't know. Municipal law, municipalities. How many people know that sanctuary cities are not even based in the Constitution? Ice-free zones are not based in the Constitution. They are setting up breeding ground for the violence. When you say this is a sanctuary city, when you say this is an ice-free zone, you are setting up the breeding ground for the violence that we're seeing. Not probably, homie. Not probably, homie. So watch your mouth in my chat. Not probably, Probably. That's one of my favorite comedians, Shane Wang. Shane Wang got this joke, and he said he was out hanging out with his girlfriend, and he pissed on himself, and he took off his pants because I'm about to eat some jalapeno poppers. And he said, I realized that I pissed on myself. And he said, my girlfriend looked at me and she saw the wet stain. And she said, did you pee on yourself? And Shane Wayne said, probably. Yeah, probably. Shane Wayne said, probably. All right, you guys. Venezuela releases political prisoners and Spanish citizens after U.S. Maduro capture. So we've been talking a lot about Maduro, Venezuela, the oil. Mike, her FBA, put it in the chat. And we're keeping the oil. I said, I'm keeping my baby. And I'm keeping the oil. 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall. 1,000 bottles of baby. 1,000. Take one down and pass it around. 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall. 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall. What kind of baby oil was it, Mike? Mike, not to be like, I gotta pause that pause. I can't ask another man what kind of baby oil is it. Well, hold on, what tab you at? What kind of baby oil was it, Mike? What kind of baby oil? It was 1,000 bottles. They had to have varieties. You know what I'm saying? Where do you house 1,000 bottles of baby oil? I know it's a mansion. I don't have room in my closet or my pantry. I can't have 1,000 bottles of nothing. 1,000 bottles of Coca-Cola, 1,000 bottles of bleach. There's nowhere in my house that I could put, not one room could, not one of the closet or storage spaces could hold 1,000. Even in the garage, I wouldn't be able to park my car. So tell me, I say a box might got 36 to 72 in the case. So we talking 10, 20, 30 boxes, 100 boxes. Where was the baby oil? No oil for China. Was it lavender baby oil? Was it jasmine baby oil? Was it imported? Was it Johnson & Johnson's? I have a lot of questions. We need to prosecute James Comey and Letitia James, because I want to ask Letitia James, when you prosecuted Sean Diddy Combs and the SDNY, do you have picture proof of the 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall? Did you and your agents extrapolate what percentages of oil was expended on the brothers and the buttocks during the freak off sessions? I'm just wondering. Joker's wild. All right. So Venezuela releases political prisoners. So when we talked about Maduro and when we talked about the oil, we talked about the same thing we just saw with the ICE shooting, that we seen a lot of white women, liberals, protesting Venezuela. But then I dug deeper and I found Venezuelans who were actually, like, I found one video of a Venezuelan woman who was in tears. She was in tears. She said, this is one thing that people forget. Hey, Mike, check this out. You know what people forget about the Venezuela? During the Biden-Kamala administration, when they opened the border, 8 million people came from Venezuela. They fled, they left. They were scared, terrified. That's why we knew about Tren de Aragua way before Trump became president in the second term. Trump was telling us about Tren de Aragua cartel members in Aurora, Colorado, and Chicago back in 2023. So 8 million Venezuelans came across. They left. They ran away. 8 million is a lot in a short period of time. Think about the logistics and everything I'm telling you. They said 10 million. The Democrats say 10 million came across the open border. Remember Kamala Harris? She's black. I don't care if she's black. If she want to be black, blackity, blackity, black, black, black. Is she black? I don't care. But is she the border czar? She's supposed to be the fucking border czar. And she said, don't come. And they still came. So the Democrats said 10 million. Republicans say 25 million. Did you guys know it was about 8 million from fucking Venezuela alone? The reason I frame it, the conversation, is to remind people that Maduro was a dictator and the people there were being persecuted, and they ran. When Biden opened the border, they fled by the millions. By the fucking millions. Do you understand that? While everybody is saying, oh, Trump is this and Trump is that, Biden sanctioned Maduro. Biden put 25 million on Maduro's head. And Biden said Maduro's a dictator, illegitimate, right? And Biden acknowledged the brand new duly elected president. This was in January of 2025. When I read that, it's even hard for me to believe because Biden was not even president. He was on his way out. Hours. It's hard to digest. I know. Hours before Trump took office. Hours before Trump took office, Biden doubled and tripled down on Maduro, being illegitimate dictator. He said Eduardo won the presidency, and Biden said, I talked to the new president on the phone. Maduro has to go. I talked to the new president. This is Biden, January 2025. Biden said, I talked to the newly elected president of Venezuela. It's not Maduro. I'm putting 25 million on Maduro's head. He got to go. 8 million people fled. That's a lot of fucking people. Why would they flee? I just want to frame this as we get into this conversation about now Trump. Because you would say, well, why were they leaving? Political prisoners, rape and murder. So let's read about it. Let's read about it. Because the liberals just want you to listen to the propaganda. They don't want you to read and dig deeper. Wait a minute, Maduro had political prisoners? Maduro had political prisoners? Huh? Venezuelans fled Venezuela during the Biden Kamala? That's right. Biden did open the borders. I forgot. Biden did open the borders. And how many came from Venezuela? Why did they do that? Let's read. Venezuelan interim president Delcy Rodriguez. Now remember that's another victory for Trump. That's another victory for Trump. And that's another nail thorn in the side of the liberal Democrats because it's supposed to be unstable right now, right? Trump was supposed to be destabilizing Venezuela, but Trump made sure that the vice president, who's not even really on our side, is in power because it should have been the opposition leader that Biden spoke to. But in order for things to stay in order, President Trump did not arrest the vice president. And let me know in the chat, was the vice president also indicted by Biden? Because people don't even understand what's happening. Let me know in the chat. The vice president who's in power right now, that's not the person who won the election, right? The opposition leader, Eduardo, who won the election, right? But Trump is saying you can stay in power. Huh? Trump is saying he can stay in power because he doesn't want any destabilization, even though that administration is not actually the administration who legally should be in power. Do you guys understand? He is allowing Maduro's vice president to stay in power, even though technically they lost. How many people knew that? I just had to stop there. We got to give context. Venezuelan interim president Delcy Rodriguez began freeing political prisoners Thursday, including opposition leader Ricario San Miguel and former candidate Enrique Marquez. Not candidate, that's the guy, not Eduardo. Enrique Marquez is the person who won the election, and I did not know that Maduro arrested him. So when we played the video of Biden saying that Enrique won the election and Biden spoke to him, Maduro put him in prison. Maduro put the duly elected, why don't liberals just fucking read? Enrique Marquez plus 5 Spanish dual nationals now heading home. The release follows U.S. forces capture former President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores on January 3rd. President Trump hailed the move Friday, canceling a second wave of attacks while demanding more reforms for potential $100 billion in U.S. oil investments. Human rights groups Faro Pinal reports 806 to 863 political prisoners remain as U.S. Senate advances a partisan war powers resolution to pull forces out, facing Trump's veto threat. This is Mark Rubio hands Trump a note that was meant to be private, and then Trump reads it loud. I'm not gonna fuck it.
Go ahead, Marco. What are you saying here?
Mark, if you can update us on operations in the ground and with you.
All right, thank you. You'll make it back one way or the other. You're all going to do very well. I think really very well. Marco just gave me a note. Go back to Chevron. They want to discuss something. Go ahead. I'm going back to Chevron, Mark. Thank you, Marco.
Was there a question, Mr. President?
Yes, go ahead, Marco. What are you saying here?
Mark, if you can update us on operations in the ground and with the appropriate approvals, what you might be able to achieve in the next 12 to 18 months, give us a little view from the ground.
You bet. So today, Chevron has 3,000 employees in 4 different joint ventures in Venezuela today. And over the past 5 to 7 years, they've taken production from about 40,000 barrels a day to 240.
I love Trump, man. Trump, he don't care. Don't give me no secret. No, Mark, what you doing, Mark? I've been giving you hella props. What you doing, Mark? Mark trying to set up the president, man. Hey, I like this guy, man. I'll be watching his video. He the one who told us about the USPS. And remember, I was talking about the trucks and the CDLs. This is a Venezuelan security guard for Maduro warns against fighting Americans, describing the U.S. raid 20 men with superior tech, disabled radars, down drones, and kill hundreds unarmed. They fired 300 rounds in minutes and used sonic weapon, causing instant bleeding and incapacitation. Trump says, Mexico, you're on the list too. Don't F around and find out. America is not the one to mess with.
Drones, and the drones were taking out bases and taking out things faster. They didn't have no technology. They've never had to fight against drones. He also talks about that there was only 8 helicopters. There was only 20 men that were sent in, and those 20 men killed hundreds of their men, and none of those soldiers were injured. He talks about it felt like they were firing 300 rounds a minute.
Wow.
Nothing they've ever seen, nothing that they can compete with. And then he also talks to the fact that the Americans had some kind of sonic shock boom that was sent out, and everybody immediately started bleeding profusely out of their nose. They couldn't.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Now, I said earlier, Hotep. This is crazy. How many people knew these details? Now, when Alex Jones and Joe Rogan talked about these sonic weapons and these soldiers of the future and these future weapons, we those are some of the most views on Joe Rogan, right? When the people be up there about the aliens and everything, and then they get into these advanced weapons that with sonic ability and the weather weapons and everything, we watch that. How many times have you heard about them being deployed and used? Now, this is the first time that I heard some of those weapons that Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, and those people talk about were utilized. They said 20 people, 8 helicopters, and they had sonic weapons. They said they used them in Afghanistan and Iraq, where a noise goes out. Wow, you guys. Wow. And he's saying basically Latin America is terrified. Latin America is terrified because they basically just saw the future. They saw laser weapons, robotic weapons, weapons of sound. It's like Tron. It's like Terminator. This is wow.
And even gather themselves because whatever was sent at them made them fall to their knees and vomit blood out of their mouth and out of their noses. They were incapacitated immediately. He says he never wants to go through that again. Doesn't want to have to fight with the Americans again. He's sending warnings to everybody out there that you think you can fight the Americans. You don't even know what their weaponry is like and what they're capable of. 20 men took out hundreds. And that's starting to spread all through Latin America. And now they're not saying, if you want me, come and get me anymore. They're like, oh, shit. Especially after Trump says, hey, Mexico, you're on the list, too.
Y'all remember that? Remember Colombia was talking shit. Mexico was talking shit. This is just like when Trump dropped those bombs on Iran. To 2 bombs that were the biggest bombs under nuclear weapons. I understood why he did that. The same reason why he did what he did with the oil tankers. Okay, just for clarification, how many drug boats have been blown up? How many drug boats and how many drug dealers killed? There have been 30 drug boats. You heard about the one drug boat and the double tap on the Rachel Maddow show. You did not know about Pete Hegseth, the Department of War standing orders that have been in place for damn near all of 2025. So far, 30 drug boats, 107 Trinidad de Agua gang members have been killed, 30 drug boats blown up, 25 oil tankers seized. And now 3 big oil tankers, right? And I got some more stuff on the oil tankers too. Because I think they got some more oil tankers. Border Patrol shooting Venezuelan national in Portland. Oh, we got the shooting in Portland too. We didn't even get to the shooting in Portland. You know, it's not a lot of video. There's not a lot of video about the shooting in Portland. Let's go to this. Oh, that's right. We were on the political prisoners being released. Let's stay with the political prisoners. I just played that video. I hadn't seen that video, so I almost got distracted, but I apologize. Let's stay with the political prisoners. Breaking under increasing pressure from President Trump, the Venezuelan government has begun releasing large numbers of political prisoners. The interim government didn't want to FAFO. President Trump says, because of this cooperation, I have canceled the previously expected second wave of attacks. Should he be? I think he should be commended for that. Venezuela is releasing large numbers of political prisoners as a sign of peace. This is a very important smart gesture. It's a very important smart gesture. The USA and Venezuela are working well together, especially as it pertains to rebuilding in a much bigger, better, and more modern form. The oil and the gas infrastructure, because of this cooperation, I have canceled the previously expected second wave of attack, which looks like it will not be needed. However, all ships will stay in place for safety and security purposes. At least $100 billion will be invested by big oil, all of whom I will be meeting with today at the White House. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. They look unhappy that Maduro is gone, everybody. Real quick, they look unhappy that Maduro is gone. What do you think? Put a one in the chat. Do you think Venezuelans are unhappy that Maduro is gone? Do you think Venezuelans are unhappy that Maduro is gone? Right? I want to put a 1 in the chat if you believe, and let's put a 2 in the chat if you think Venezuelans are happy with what has happened. Put a 1 in the chat if you think. I don't see any protest in Venezuela. Don't you know Biden had 25 million on his head? Yeah, man, you must just have got here, Casey. You must have just have got here, Casey. I believe, yeah, they're happy for sure. They are happy for sure, Mike. They are happy for sure. And as they should be, because he was a dictator and a bus driver. How many people know Nicolas Maduro was a bus driver? Julio Cesar Chavez put him in power on his deathbed. Julio Cesar Chavez groomed him. How many people know that? He wasn't a leader. He's like a Zelensky. He doesn't come from leaders. He doesn't come from politicians. That's why he didn't have, what's the word? He didn't have a succession plan set up. Julio Cesar Chavez, who was a true leader, did have a succession plan. He groomed Maduro. Fucking bus driver. And when Maduro got in power, he centralized power. A small internal circle, just like all dictators, and listen to nobody. And the economy in the country got worse than best. Because they picked a fucking bus driver. Because they picked a fucking bus driver. And no one knows that he was a dictator or a bus driver. fucking dictator and a bus driver. Y'all might think he like was a general. He wear them army uniforms like he was in the fucking army. Ain't that funny, y'all? He wear them army General Nicolas Maduro, thinking he Noriega, Nicaragua or some shit. He was a bus driver, just like Zelensky, always wearing that army. Zelensky always wearing that green army sweater, like he was in the army, like he was a veteran, like he was a politician. He is a comedian and a fucking actor. Zelensky, stop wearing that military shit. Get on my damn nerves. Fucking propaganda puppets. Both of them puppets. Zelensky and Maduro puppets. Both of them. A fucking bus driver and a fucking comedian and an actor. Shit. Is that person talking to me, Mike? When he say buy some real equipment. Are you talking to me or are you talking to the Venezuelans? I need to know before I block you, but you know, sometimes I don't even give a fuck. I'll just block your bitch ass because that wasn't even adding to the conversation. You know how your parents will make you go to bed? Go to bed. You know how your parents will make you go to bed when you say some shit and it's not even adding to the conversation? Get WM. Where's WM? Where is it at? Where are they at? Say some shit. You ain't even add nothing to the conversation. You know? Go to bed. What else did I have for you guys? I had something else. Oh, the Portland. You know, it's so late. I don't know if I'm going to do Portland today. I might wait and do Portland. Give it a couple days and see if I could get more video, because there's not a lot of video footage out of Portland. Right now, all we got is a lot of Democrats saying that it was ICE and it was actually Border Patrol. And the people in Portland, it was a husband and a wife. And this is what I've been saying. The thing about the Portland issue, the shooting in Portland, so far,
the daycare
they're in the
centers.
hospital.
Now
One person
we
was shot in
see
the chest, and one person shot in the arm.
earmarks
They haven't
coming
clarified who was shot in the chest or who was shot in the arm.
members of
The thing about the
Congress
Portland
where
shooting
it
is
seems
that
fraud is being perpetrated as well. So
it
I
goes to my
raised the
explanation
issue,
of
and
how ICE
fortunately,
knows
the House
and
has
how is
now
ICE being
stripped that
successful. How are
earmark
they
out of
arresting
that spending
5,000
bill.
people in
But
3
again,
days,
this is how
10,000 people in a
easy
week?
money has been
Well,
flowing
this
to
guy,
bad actors
the
in
husband and the
Minnesota.
wife, again, are driving an illegal vehicle. The ICE agents have the license plate. The ICE agents have the address. What I've been surprised about this entire time is why haven't we had a discussion about why the criminals feel so comfortable? And people want to say that sanctuary cities are safer. How are they safer when the criminals feel so comfortable that they stay in the home where they got arrested, and the authorities know? The authorities that arrested them and told them to leave and prosecuted them know where they live, know the car that they drive. The criminals and the immigrants are so comfortable that they don't leave. They don't even buy a new car. Is anybody listening? They don't leave the country. They don't move out of the address that's on the police report, and they don't buy a new car. So when ICE shows up, I showed a video the other day. ICE shows up. They have a list of license plates. They pull over a car on their list of license plates. It's a Mexican in the car. They asked him, he said, "Why you pull me over?" The officer says, "Sorry, this car is registered to an illegal who should not be here in the country. They are here illegally. The person's name is Jose." He said, "I'm Jose, that's me. Its car is registered to me." And he said, "Turn around, you're under arrest." Do you guys understand how this is happening so quickly and so fast? How do we get 1,000 arrests? They have a license plate of an immigrant who got arrested for committing a crime. The guy in Portland just shot someone last week. Can you guys tell me why he's not in jail? Because in democratic cities, you can shoot someone and get bail. In democratic cities, you can shoot somebody and go home. So the guy who's being arrested in Portland is known to ICE because he's a criminal. And when you commit a crime in America and you don't have citizenship, you go on a list. You go on a list. So ICE is not showing up to Portland just going to the mall. They're not just going to every Home Depot. They just say, okay, ICE agents, we're going to go around to every Home Depot and let's round up as many Mexicans as we can get. That's not what ICE is doing. ICE has names, photos, addresses, right? The question Americans should be asking, hey, wait a minute. How does ICE have your photo? How does ICE know your name? How does ICE have your address? Remember we showed Christy Noam going to Minneapolis, ICE agents. It was very quiet. The guy didn't fight back. No one got hurt. ICE agents came in 20 deep, knocked on the door. We're looking from a guy from Ecuador. There's a warrant out for his arrest for murder. This is his photo. It looks like you. Is your name blah, blah, blah? Guess what he said? He said, yes, that's me. He said, yes, that's me. They arrested him. No one got hurt. No one even raised their voice. Christy said to him, thank you for being so polite. He didn't even say nothing. He just got in the van. They knocked on the door. Hi, we're ICE. We have information that someone with a warrant for murder lives at this address. This is their photograph. This is their name. This is the actual warrant. Is that you, sir? Yes, you know it's me. That's my picture. Turn around, you're under arrest. Do you understand how this is happening? That's how this is happening. That's how this, no one is just floating through Minneapolis or Portland just aimlessly. They know where they're going. They have a list of individuals who have been here illegally and have committed crimes. Biden did not make them leave. Trump is making them leave. They get something called deportation orders. If you are not a citizen and you commit a crime and you get arrested, you go see a judge. Remember Democrats saying they weren't seeing judges? No, they go see a judge. They go see an immigration judge, and the judge gave them deportation orders under the Biden presidency. You have until January 31st to leave America. If you don't leave America by January 31st and you get arrested again, you can be prosecuted for blah, 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 blah. Trump has a list of these individuals, and they're rounding them up. Trump has a list of these individuals, and they're rounding them up. That's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's happening. Let me see. I got some more video for you guys. Let's take a look at this.
What I uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills making its way through Congress was a $1 million earmark from what I uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills making its way through Congress.
Man, let me tee this up. I didn't even tee this up for you guys. Republicans just removed spending provision placed by Somali Representative Ilhan Omar that would have sent $1 million to fraudulent clinic in Minnesota. Clap it up, y'all. Remember, I said Ilhan Omar is the one who put up the policy on the floor, on the House floor, that even led to the fraud. Now, here it is. Republicans, again, not in the streets. Republicans not doing the protests. Republicans not burning down cars. Republicans actually in the House creating policy, passing laws to fix the problems, not just boo-hoo-hooing. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Let's listen, okay? Republicans have now closed the loophole. We're not just talking, we're fixing the problems with policy.
What I uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills.
Let me get policy versus protest in the chat. Let me get policy versus protest in the chat.
What I uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills making its way through Congress was a $1 million earmark from Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, which was an earmark that was supposedly going to a substance abuse clinic, which actually happened to be housed in a restaurant and run by 3 individuals that share the same residential address, according to their IRS paperwork. Tons of red flags.
They just be playing in our face. The Somalians be playing in our face. They don't even give a fuck. Ilhan, the Somalians be playing. Yeah, she need to be fucking deported, bro. They just be playing in our face. So you got, let's listen to the good in the back of a restaurant. I like the way she said, I love, sometimes white women, y'all do right. Shit, I like the way she said, in the back of a restaurant, and 3 of them have the same address. I just was explaining this about the ICE, and then here she goes. She's telling them again, this is how they're getting caught. They're so brazen. They're so lax in the criminality. They fill out the paperwork and put the same fucking address.
Supposedly going to a substance abuse clinic, which actually happened to be housed in a restaurant and run by 3 individuals that share the same residential address, according to their IRS paperwork. Tons of red flags. So this is what we saw with the fraud involving the daycare centers. Now we see other earmarks coming directly from members of Congress where it seems fraud is being perpetrated as well. So I raised the issue, and fortunately, the House has now stripped that earmark out of that spending bill. But again, this is how easy money has been flowing to bad actors in Minnesota.
Y'all hear that? Ilhan Omar directly related to the money. We said it from the beginning. Ilhan Omar directly related to the money and the fraud. Tim Walz did not step down for no reason. And this whistleblower, this X account with 1,000 employees, half of them Democrat, who would have been blowing the whistle that this fraud was going on. And just like Nicolas Maduro, Tim Walz and his leadership staff had been firing people, hiding information, political prisoners. Just like Nicolas Maduro, Tim Walz had political prisoners. Since 2018, they've been trying to expose this fraud. Since 2018, Democrats, Republicans, just, you know what it was, basically. It was white people in Minnesota who noticed that the Somalians were stealing. And then they noticed that the Democrats were complicit because the Somalians were donating the money back to the campaign. And when people saw that shit, they started sounding off an alarm going back to 2018. And Tim Walz kept the shit going. There's an X account. It hasn't come out yet. There's an X account with 1,000 whistleblowers from Minnesota, including Democrats, political prisoners of Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, and they were silenced, fired, persecuted. That's it. Ilhan Omar is under investigation from Homeland Security for possibly marrying her brother. It's not even like red pill conjecture anymore. Before, remember, they were yelling at us. They were saying
What I uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills
they were yelling at us and they were saying, you know, you guys are picking on Ilhan by saying she married her brother. But Homeland Security is doing an investigation. You know what I said to my audience? Once Homeland Security opened up an official investigation, we can talk about it. It's no longer red pill conjecture anymore. It's not red pill conjecture. Homeland Security has an official investigation into whether or not she married her brother. You know, she was married 3 to 4 times. I can't figure it out. I know she was married 3 times, definitely. But I can't figure out whether or not she was married 4 times. She's married now to a white man who's not a Muslim. It matters that he's not Islamic because Somalians are so proud to be Islamic, they claim to not be African. How many people know these details about the Somalian people? Somalians are so Islamic that they claim not to even be African. They claim to be Arab. They're not black. They're not African. They call themselves Arab Muslims. How many people knew that about the Somalian people? I bet you if we knew that, they wouldn't even fucking be here. They wouldn't even fucking be here. They consider themselves Arabs. Let's listen to this video. I thought this guy, he remind me of me, you know?
Funny how silence works.
He remind me of me. So I was excited to play this because, you know, I get a lot of flack in the chat. And I love to see other people who have similar ideology and excitement. You know, he fired up about this shit. Let's go. And I like his glasses. You know, he got some cool spectacles. Cool brother. Let's go.
Not one Democrat flooded the streets when Laken Riley was beaten, raped, tortured, strangled, and had her skull smashed with a rock by an illegal alien. There were no marches, there were no hashtags, no candlelight vigils, no virtue. Not one Democrat demanded deportations when 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungre was raped and then had her throat slit by two illegals. Not a word about borders, not a whisper about accountability, not a single protest demanding justice for a small American child. Not one Democrat staged outrage for Rachel Morin, a mother of five young babies, strangled, sexually assaulted, beaten to death with a rock. Apparently, motherhood only matters when it's politically convenient.
What?
I said beaten to death with a rock.
What?
Not a gun, not a knife, not forks, but a rock. Whatever was readily available to murder an American. Not one Democrat tweeted a single syllable about Dakara Thompson after an illegal sexually assaulted her and then chucked her off the bridge like she was just trash. Silence. Absolute silence. No emergency panels, no breathless press conferences, no moral panic, no calls to dismantle the policies that imported the predators who did it. But let a white liberal woman ram a 4,000 to 4,700 pound vehicle into an ICE agent, and suddenly it's a national emergency.
Let's go.
Suddenly it's protests all over the place. Suddenly people are showing up at federal agencies, standing and impeding progress. Suddenly it's tears, whining, crying, gnashing of teeth. Suddenly it's hand-wringing about law enforcement and state violence. That car wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't fear. A vehicle at that weight is a deadly weapon. Period, point blank. So cope.
Let's go. Let's go. I like him. He was fired up and ready to go. He said no one cared when the immigrants murdered all of these white women, but they want to protest and get mad when she tried to run a 4,000 pound car over an ICE agent. That was some good content right there. That brother, he was hitting home runs on that one. He was hitting home runs on that one. I'm looking for, my brother was saying that Omar got indicted. Somebody said in the chat, Ilhan Omar is indicted. I'm looking for it, brother. Because that's the story. We've been on that. Breaking Tom Homan just confirmed DHS has begun investigating Ilhan Omar for potentially committing immigration fraud by marrying her brother. So I knew this already, bro, but you got to put the link in the chat, bro. Put the link in the chat, bro, because it's not coming up that fast.
Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just a...
The border czar, Tom Homan, joins us tonight to talk about Minnesota as well as a number of other issues. And, sir, it's good to have you back on the show. Trump mentioning the Daily Mail reporting from 2020 that Ilhan Omar married her brother to get into the country. This was last week. Take a listen.
Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just a people walking around killing each other. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar.
I like the way he says it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you guys can't see it. I'm bringing it up for you now. I like the way he says it. There it is. Let's bring it back to the beginning.
The border czar, Tom Homan, joins us tonight to talk about Minnesota as well as...
Yeah, this is December 10th. This came up because I was looking to confirm you're saying that she actually got indicted, but I couldn't find it.
A number of other issues. And, sir, it's good to have you back on the show. Trump mentioning the Daily Mail reporting from 2020 that Ilhan Omar married her brother to get into the country. This was last week. Take a listen.
Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just a people walking around killing each other. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. That's a fraud.
Calls that a fraud. It's a story that has never been successfully refuted, even though it's now a 5-year-old story. That's clearly a deportable offense. Is there an investigation into that?
You know, I just got advised by a fraud investigator the other day on that. I asked the question, who reviewed the file, and says, there was immigration fraud involved. The statute of limitation became an issue in the last 4 years when this was first brought up. Who was president? Who ran DOJ? So pulling the records now, pulling the files, and we're looking at, but this fraud investigator, who I know personally, one of the best fraud investigators in HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, said there's no doubt he reviewed the file. So I'm running that down this week, matter of fact, and we'll see.
It's tremendous that, I mean.
So this is an official investigation. Thank you for bringing it up. We just confirmed it. This is the Homeland Security head. He has somebody investigating it, and he says he doesn't doubt at all that there was fraud. He believes 100% that there was fraud, and he put his best agent on it, and he's going to find out and get to the bottom line. Now, what else did we find out? There also may be an investigation, maybe, allegedly, into her father, because the paperwork on her father becoming a naturalized citizen. This is how Ilhan Omar is a citizen. She's only a citizen because there's a claim that her father was naturalized, and that makes her a citizen, but there's no paperwork. So now they're actually going to attempt to find, and they need to prove that her father was naturalized, because if that's not true, if that was a Somalian fraud, if the Somalians lied and frauded the system and lied and said, oh, he got naturalized, and the Democrats just took the word of it, but never actually did the process, and there's no paperwork, Ilhan has to get the fuck out of the house and go back to Somalia. So it's not just the fact that if she married her brother, is her father naturalized in the proper way? And don't forget, her new husband is a white man. When they were married, they were broke, and now they're worth $30 million. He's not Somalian. He's not Islamic. He's not Arab. He's not African. He's a fat, cuck Caucasian. And now they're worth $30 million. You have to ask yourself, he doesn't look like anybody she's ever dated. They don't accept white men into their community, and he's not Muslim. But they're worth $30 million overnight. How many people knew that Ilhan Omar is married to a white man, and they're currently worth $30 million, and there's scrutiny over how they made and where the money came from? People who like Ilhan say the white man made the money, but I did the research. When they got married, he was not a multimillionaire. All of this business prowess came about once he married the congresswoman attached to Somali billion-dollar fraud. I'm going to say it again. When they got married, the white boy wasn't rich. He just some fat, weird, bum-looking white boy. No history of having money. His daddy didn't have money. None of that shit. Nothing that would make us believe that he could make $30 million overnight. He's not fucking a Trump. His last name isn't Trump. He doesn't come from people who know how to do acquisitions and mergers and shit like that. Just a broke-ass white boy who married a fraudulent Somali Islamist. And overnight, they worth $30 million. And then you want us to believe, well, he was a good businessman. He just needed this Muslim woman to help him get the $30 million. Said, as a white boy, I concur. He is weird as hell. I'm not being racist. I went to high school in America. I think people could tell when I said I went to high, and I'm a comedian and I love to roast. I'm saying it in a comedic, joking way, but I mean it. I'm using white boy to trigger people, but I want you to go look it up. I want people who don't like me saying that, I want them to go look it up and look and see it and get mad at me and say, fuck, I wish he was just being racist, but I looked at the guy she married and he's fucking right. He's fucking right. Where did she find this motherfucker, man? For real, this pot-belly, balding, unattractive, and now you're married to Ilhan Omar, a Somalian congresswoman who's been married multiple times, and now y'all worth $30 million, and you want me to shut up. And they want us to shut up. Like, come on, man. So that's a real investigation, y'all. That's a real investigation. That's not even like, that's not MAGA being mean to her. That's not MAGA being mean to her. It's a real investigation, right? What is this? Tucker Carlson had a far more humane reaction to Good's death. Tucker Carlson on ICE shooting of Renee Good. How come so few conservatives are viewing this story through a human lens? And I want to see, I like Tucker Carlson. I've been watching this show. It's funny though, because when Tucker was on, I didn't know Tucker got high though. Did y'all know Tucker got high? I love him now that he's sober and he's God forward, family forward, America forward. When Tucker was on, you know, I think he was even on CNN. He was on both networks. I remember him being on, he was popular as fuck. He was popular as fuck. He was on a bunch of different networks, but he used to piss me off. Tucker used to piss me off. I didn't know he was getting high. I did not know he was getting high. I'm looking for the video of Tucker Carlson. I just clicked on it. Sometime at the end of the podcast, they be fighting me, but I can't see. I gotta make this big, not just for y'all, but for me. Protesters launched into their typical routines last night, and liberal leaders like Jacob Fry, who immediately declared it's time for ICE to get the F out of Minneapolis, are predictably behaving like children. That's all true, but it should be secondary to the tragedy. Renee Nicole Good losing her life. The 37-year-old was an American citizen and reportedly the mother of a kindergarten-aged child. That's very sad. Did we disagree with her views on immigration? Probably, but that shouldn't matter. Her death is a tragedy, regardless of her partisan affiliation, ideology, beliefs, and who pulled the trigger. Are you guys seeing this? No, you're not seeing it. Y'all just listening to me. It's okay. I'm going to just read it. Y'all just listen to me as I read it. He likes the drinks. You know, I've been seeing Jim Gaffigan, one of my favorite comedians. He did a new special on YouTube. Y'all should go check it out because I'm a YouTuber. I got to support YouTube. Go watch Jim Gaffigan new special. It's only on YouTube and it's about bourbon. And it's a damn good special. It's so good. It's so funny. Jim Gaffigan is one of my favorite comedians that he got me wanting to try bourbon. I'm not a drinker, but the way he talks about bourbon, I couldn't afford the bourbons that he drink, but he got me wanting to try bourbon. And it's funny because when I go to Costco, I always had seen these Japanese whiskeys, and I did some research, and I was very intrigued by the Japanese whiskey, and I've been wanting to try it. And there was a guy there. Get it, you should try it. You'll like it, the Japanese whiskey. I'm not saying whiskey and bourbon are the same thing, but Jim Gaffigan goes into that in the special. So great show. Thank you, Mike. It was a good show, huh? So can y'all see? Y'all can't see. I was just gonna read it. Or do y'all got okay? Y'all could watch it with me. Y'all could watch it. We could read it together. So this is Tucker Carlson. And Tucker basically is saying it's a tragedy. Regardless of her party's affiliations, ideological beliefs, or who pulled the trigger, a woman got shot in the face. How come so few conservatives are viewing this story through a human lens? And why, when something similar like killing of Charlie Kirk happens on the other side, did so many on the left celebrate because they thought his political positions were wrong? We have a guess. Violence around the world is desensitizing Americans to violence at home. Think about what just happened in Venezuela. Donald Trump backers are celebrating Nicolas Maduro abduction as a victory for justice, freedom, and American prosperity, while his opponents fear it was a manufactured act of nation-building globalism detrimental to our national interests. This piece's purpose is not to weigh in on the debate, but it's worth acknowledging what neither side seems bothered to mention: the attack's death toll. According to U.S. official, the operation ended 75 lives, Venezuela says. The number is even higher. Did you know that? I just played a video where they said 300. Did you know that? Is anyone in Washington or the media talking about it? It doesn't matter how anti-Maduro you are, the deaths of human beings in his country, even if they were paid protectors, were tragic. I don't know if I agree with that. I just played the video of someone who, because right now, Latin America used to operate with free will. Latin America was not afraid of America. They sent fentanyl, they sent gangs. So I'm reading this from Tucker Carlson, and because I like Tucker Carlson, but I don't know if I agree with everything. But that's not America. You don't have to agree with everything. I love and respect Tucker, so I'm going to read it. But we just heard a video from a Mexican American who said he has a friend who was in Venezuela, and he said he'd never seen anything like that. And all of Latin America now understands that they cannot fuck with America because they cannot deal with the military and the training. He said it was only 20 men and they took out 300. All of Latin America now is reframing how it thinks about America, cartels, cocaine, fentanyl. You know how much fentanyl kills 100,000 Americans? Tucker is whining about 75 Venezuelans. Tucker, I love you, but if you asking me to care more about 75 Venezuelans versus 100,000 Americans who die from fentanyl every year, you're going to lose me. I love you, but you're going to lose my support. And that's just fentanyl. That's not cocaine. That's not heroin. That's not meth. Just fentanyl is 100,000 deaths. If you add in the cocaine, if you add in the heroin, if you add in the meth, the 75 to 300 people were fucking casualties. We want the Latin countries to start respecting our laws, respecting our borders, sell that fucking poison to another country. Sell that fucking poison. And then also, Tucker, don't forget about the people we killed on the drug boats. Because Tucker seems to be upset that we killed people when we took Maduro. Not 75, 300, but Tucker, don't forget, we blew up 30 drug boats and 107 gang members were murdered, not murdered, but killed when we blew up those drug boats. So if you counting dead bodies, Tucker, count them all. Count them all. And I'm not being callous to human life. I'm not celebrating their death. But I grew up in the inner city. I have friends who were murdered in drug trafficking. I have friends who died from overdoses. And you know I'm old, but you know today in 2026, we have young people that don't have black skin. We have young white people, young people of all races, creeds, and colors. And they have friends who have overdosed on pills. So I love you, Tucker, but we got a tragedy in America with pharmaceuticals and fentanyl and cocaine. Have you seen Philadelphia, Kensington Avenue, where they got Americans looking like zombies, bent over off of the drugs coming from the cartels? I respect everything Tucker is saying. I respect everything Tucker is saying, but I don't know if it's in proper context. Let's keep going. And we knew about the deaths, Tucker. My podcast, we on top of it. 300 is what the number we got. Tucker said the operation ended 75 lives. The number is even higher. I agree. And we even know that they use drones, they use sonic. People ears were bleeding. Did you know that? Is anyone in Washington or the media talking about it? It doesn't matter how anti-Maduro you are. The deaths of human beings in his country, even if they were paid protectors, were tragic. Just like Good's killing should be seen as a horror show, even from a right-wing perspective. Those people lost their futures. Then, of course, there's Gaza. Americans have grown so accustomed to tales of the IDF's U.S.-backed barbarities that we've reached a state of numbness. The fact that Israel has reportedly slaughtered over, I can't read that, since agreeing to its ceasefire doesn't even register as news. Our tax dollars continue to fund the Israel's mass killings, making the shooting of one little old woman in Minnesota seem entirely inconspicuous, but it isn't. I don't want to read everything he said there, but he's absolutely true. And again, it doesn't have anything to do with Trump. Trump is the one securing peace. I love Tucker, but I don't even know what he's saying or where he's going, because these conflicts came from the Biden administration. And I go deep enough on my podcast. Number one, Israel was attacked during the Biden-Kamala administration, and Biden never had any peace talks. The Russia-Ukraine happened during Biden era. And Biden never had any peace talks. Now, if we even go back in history, during the Obama presidency, when Joe Biden was vice president, who was the envoy to the Ukraine? Who was the border czar? Who was the Kamala Harris for the Ukraine? It was Joe Biden. Joe Biden was intimately involved with the day of revolution. Joe Biden was intimately involved with installing Zelensky, getting rid of the old power system, who was friends to Putin, and installing Zelensky, an anti-Putin regime. Anti-Putin regime. I know, Tucker, I'm not supposed to know all this shit, but in 2014, Joe Biden was the one who was playing in Ukraine's backyard and led to the day of revolution, installed Zelensky, who's been in office for over 10 years. Zelensky's been there since 2014. Does anybody know this? Since Tucker wants to bring up shit that people don't talk about, why don't they bring up the fact that Zelensky has not had an election? He's supposed to be a fucking president. Presidents don't get, is he a president, a dictator, or a king? Tucker, is Zelensky a president, a dictator, or a king? Because he's been there since 2014 when Biden installed him. So I agree with you, Tucker, but it's not Trump's fault. Trump is fixing the shit. Trump is wiping the Democrats' ass. Trump is getting us peace. I love you, Tucker. And a lot of the things you are saying are true. But why are you saying them now? 12 months into Donald Trump's second term, he has 4 years. Why didn't you say this shit to Biden? Why didn't you say, Biden, you need to do some peace talks? Why didn't you say this shit to Biden and Kamala and say to Biden and Kamala, you need trilateral talks with Putin and get some fucking peace? No one was saying this shit when Biden, because you know why? You didn't believe Biden could do it. 80 million people voted for Trump. You know why? They didn't believe that Biden and Kamala could get us peace. We were afraid of having World War III, and Biden and Kamala were stoking the flames of a Cold War that died over 50 years ago. I love you, Tucker. Then, of course, there's Gaza. Okay, let's go. The same goes for Russia. Listen to this. We get it. Permanent Washington thinks Vladimir Putin is a very bad man. But that doesn't mean we should cheerlead as untold numbers of his citizens get their limbs blown off in frozen Europe battlefields. Violence is grotesque. And it's always grotesque, even if you earnestly believe that certain displays of it advances a greater good. Two things could be true at once. I agree with you, Tucker. Now we back hitting on all cylinders. If the United States were in a better place, everyone, regardless of their politics, would pause when something like the Minnesota shooting happens and at least recognize the human tragedy. But that doesn't happen because compared to the countless overseas killings our government routinely brings. So yesterday and today, as we end the podcast, I'm going to do what I did yesterday. Yesterday, when I ended the podcast, I said, God bless Renee Good. And I said, God bless her child. I prayed for Renee Good so much so yesterday that my audience members are the ones who taught me, hey, she was married to a man. She's now married to a woman, and she's a mother. And then we changed our prayer and we said, well, let's pray for the baby too. Because that baby potentially has lost his mother and his father. The mom just died and the dad already was dead. And this is a kindergarten age child. Who's going to take care of the baby? We talked about that last night. So my prayers are definitely with her soul. I pray her soul is at peace. I pray for her children and I pray for her significant other because she's married. And I know it's going to be very difficult for her significant other. Some people never heal from this type of tragedy. Republicans are not heartless, and I know Tucker knows that. Republicans are not protesting. Republicans are not burning the Teslas. Republicans don't hate Democrats. We do policy. We go to church. We pay our taxes. We pay our tithes. We love and respect others. Republicans are not protesting. Republicans are not throwing bricks through windows. It's a fact. So we didn't get to Portland today. I think we're talking about Portland on Monday when we get more footage and more information. I want to say thank you to everybody. Mike, you be here the whole time. You must be at work or you must be like watching TV, but I want to say I love you, brother. But Mike, if you don't join the channel and get you a wrench, it's $2, Mike. I'm going to think you a troll. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, why Mike don't become a member? $2 a month, $5 a month. It's like $5 a month to become a member. How much is that a day, you guys? Do the math. It's 30 days in a month. I don't know how to do it. It's 30 days in a month. It's $5 to be a member. It's fucking like, you could, what did I say, Mike? I said you could feed a starving Somalian. That's actually not true anymore. It's funny, but it's not true because a starving Somalian, you're going to need billions of dollars to feed them. But it used to be when we was kids. Remember when we seen the commercials of the Africans, they would be starving in Africa with flies on their eyeballs. And they say, for 10 cents a day, you could feed a starving Somalian child, belly all swole up. Them commercials, 12 cents. Thank you. It's 12 cents a day, Mike. You too, Pat, join the channel. You got 12 cents, damn it. I looked at my demographics. 80 to 90% of the people who watch me is 65. Y'all baby boomers. Y'all got money. Y'all retired. Social Security, all type of shit. Y'all got $5 a month. I know y'all motherfuckers like, I'm on a fixed income. I'm on a fixed. Man, kiss my ass. You got 12 cents a day. But remember when we was kids, man. Yeah, Portland is horrible. And they would say, you could feed a starving Somalian for 10 cents a day. And all of us would put our little quarters in the UNICEF bucket. All of us would put our quarters in the UNICEF bucket and we would send money to Africa. And then remember every year, what was that shit they would do? Robin Williams and Whoopi Goldberg, and they would do these things where they would raise money for Africa. Y'all remember that shit? 46. You remember UNICEF? I almost called you the N-word. I'm gonna have to hang up I'm out because I'm getting too relaxed. I almost called you the N-word. Remember that shit they used to do? They used to have these big ass concerts, comedians, and they would do them was the days. They would have these big ass concerts and raise all this money for Africa. Y'all remember in the 80s? They have Africa Fund. There was actually an Africa Fund. It was UNICEF. UNICEF got in trouble. All these, you know, everybody I'm mentioning was corrupt too. We didn't know we were kids. We gave so much money, and it turns out they all were stealing the money. They all were corrupt. They were all corrupt. But my whole youth, we grew up sending money to Africa. Black, white, all Americans. Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, African Aid. Remember that? They would do shows, and it would be like a week. It would be a huge stage and everybody would perform. Michael Jackson, Prince. You had to, because it was like Africa needs our help. And here it is. Somalians taking billions of motherfucking dollars. It's like crooks. Absolutely, Mike. Crooks. Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Great show. Love you guys. Mandela played a part when he got out too. Yeah, man. They think we forget this shit. As soon as I hear about Somalia, what did I say? I said, it made sense you were starving in Africa. We sent you money when you were starving in Africa. It doesn't make sense to Americans that you would come to America and still be starving and still be on welfare after 10 years. And after being on 10 years of getting help, you said we're going to steal. Oh man, Americans, our heart, Tucker is right. I gotta admit, Tucker is right. Because I don't have the emotion I should have, right? I should have like this human compassion for the Somalians and their country being ripped apart. I should, but I don't, bro. I just don't. It's not in me. And it's because it's been eroded. It's not that I'm a horrible person, Tucker. It's that it's been eroded. I get it. I'm supposed to have this human quality. And I want to have it, but it's been erased. And I cannot bend over anymore with tariffs. We're getting screwed. With immigration, we're getting screwed. I can't bend over any further. I'm bent all the way over. We American is bent over and we're taking it, bro. And all we're saying, MAGA, when you see black men, Republican, we can't bend over no more, bro. We cannot take it anymore. I'm not taking it anymore, bro. And it does seem heartless, right? It does seem inhumane, like, oh, you guys don't have a heart. But bro, we can't take it no more, bro. Straight up, Tucker. We can't take it no more. Love you guys. Have a good night. God bless you. God bless the memory of Renee Good. God bless her children. God bless her family. God bless the memory and the soul of Charlie Kirk. God bless the memory and the soul of Charlie Kirk. God bless the memory and the soul of Charlie Kirk. God bless his children, his family, and his wife. God bless America, Donald Trump. God bless the chat. I'll see you guys next time. Salute. Whoa, that MAGA!